Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone around the world. This is Wraithkind back again with another episode of our Forgotten Realms campaign. And in this session, the Protectors are coming out of the Sanctum, and they find themselves at the Ladies' College in Silverymoon. And the fight to deliver or liberate Silverymoon is well on its way. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what happens next. And yeah, you did teleport out. You all now find yourselves, those of you who can see, in a room of granite. Thick walls are bare of any hangings, and a floor equally as bare, save for the teleportation circle in which you are standing. A single iron-bound oaken door can be seen in front of you with a solid bar across it, locking the door is locked from the inside. You hear the muffled sounds of battle coming from above. Unfortunately, those of you who are not gifted with dark vision see absolutely nothing but darkness as the room is plunged into that. What do you do?
Well, that's weird. I can see everything. Why is everything gray in here?
Because it's dark.
No. What? This is...
That's how it works.
But why do I see everything?
Because
That's
you
weird.
have eyeballs?
Yeah, but I never used to be able to see in the dark. Don't you
Maybe
remember I used
Talia
to
gave
tell
you
them-
another present.
Oh,
I think
man.
you have cities, actually.
Am I gonna see color again?
No.
I'd never. Once you have dark vision, you never see color again.
Well, this sucks. I don't like this gift.
Them's the breaks, buddy.
Dang. This is wait. You never saw color before.
Get this to somebody, aren't we?
Well, Banner, it's better than beer vision. Everything you see is amber colored.
Yeah, we got to get this to what's his face? That guy we rescued.
This is supposed to be a powerful item that can control the city's defenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would probably be best if we could get it to him as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Unless one of us could use it.
Nope.
Possibility.
Pardon me, my friends, but Banner, if you would be so kind as to continue speaking, so I can find you. I cannot see.
I walk Velis over to.
As you're saying that, you're like groping. Beetle, you feel Velus's hands just kind of groping you all over your head. Yeah, on your head.
I figured, but
Your hair is so soft. What products do you? I mean, never
Over
start from right
here.
now.
I
But
take it over there.
yeah, Banner, and I grope Banner. Glaive and cast light on the end of his glaive.
You know I'm taken, Velis. Easy.
Don't knock it until you've tried it, right?
Who said I haven't?
Well, there's that. You were, of course, confined with many sweaty gentlemen for quite a period of your life.
All right,
All
Velis.
right, all right. Levity later. Battle. I'll point out here.
how do we get out of here?
Go
Beetle
by.
starts looking for a way out.
I try the door.
Well, the door is barred right now from the inside. It's a kind of a sliding latch.
Oh,
I
alright.
unlatch the door.
Yeah. You... Oh, man, sorry. You open the door, and as you exit the door, you see a bare hallway stretching to your left and right. There are 3 doors along the opposite wall, and a door each to your left and right. At the end of the hall, to your left, is an open spiral staircase leading up. The hallway to the right ends after approximately 60 feet.
Up. Seems
Up.
like the voice.
It's like one of those old school RPGs where you
Choose
like,
your own
okay,
adventure.
no, it's where you got the graph and you're mapping grid by grid as you go. Wasn't the intended effect, but okay. You emerge on the ground floor of the ladies' college, and as you do so, you see 3 severely wounded Githyanki turn towards you. And in the process of turning towards you, the big double doors in this main foyer slam open. And standing in the doorway is a bloody man with 2 hand crossbows in his hands, leveling them at each of 2 Githyanki. Sergeant Voss fires, taking both in the throat, killing them instantly. Dropping the hand crossbows, he draws his longsword and runs toward the remaining Gith and quickly run them through. We were told to fight through to the college. The battle is almost done, but there are a few remaining, along with a Gith necromancer. This way, he says, as he
Finally. Lycum turns into a direwolf. As he does, looks over at Banner and says, "Shall we?"
Oh, we shall. And Banner casts
I sprint forward while they're doing all of this.
Armor of Agathis as he's running, sprinting after the guy.
All right. As you run into the courtyard in the front of the college, you see hundreds of zombies bristling with arrows. Some of them are roasted to almost ash. Some of them are hacked into inert chunks of flesh. There are a few Gith there, along with familiar uniform of a Gith knight. Beside him stands a Githyanki woman wielding dark energy as she prepares to cast a spell. There are 2 quickly assembled guard towers nearby, both in flames. Beyond the confines of the crumbling outer walls of the courtyard can be heard more sounds of battle, along with the recognizable sounds of spells being chanted and cast. And as you emerge, you immediately gain the attention of the Gith in the courtyard and a couple of zombies. Alright, as you burst through the door, Emeraldi, you see all of that I just narrated before. The Gith, the zombies. You see a small group of resistance fighters trying to break through to the inner courtyard. What do you want to do?
Emeraldi casts Bless
All right.
on Banner, Lycum, and Dawn.
Banner, Lycum. Oh, come on, now it's not working. Lycum and Dawn. Yes. You 3 feel the familiar blessings of Baranar settle on you.
Emeraldi is going to let's see. No, he's going to just hold right there for right now.
Okay. I forgot to write that down. Plus 3 plus 1.
Is Tank up then?
Is that your turn?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, Tank is next.
Okay, Tank is going to move up here, and he's going to swat at that first zombie.
All right. Give it a swat.
And roll a crit fail.
Yeah.
Oh! He's got to roll. I got to roll to see if he has a malfunction.
Yep.
On a-
Ooh, yeah, that should be fun.
It's on a 1 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, gee.
He explodes violently and kills the party.
All right.
We roll by 1d100.
I hope
I don't have the thing up. Let me.
It's a good start to a fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And while you're doing that, I'm going to start the resistance because I want to keep things
keep
moving.
some of my temporary hit points. I'll be happy.
All right. So. All right. Yeah. So.
What did I roll?
63.
63.
6
He grows a feather.
6 points.
63. Please be the kitten one. Please be the kitten one. He teleports to a random unoccupied space within 30 feet.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to trust your judgment to teleport him
Okay.
because I'm trying to get the resistance.
Put him in this square right here. I picked it randomly.
Okay.
How did you?
I just kind of moved the mouse around a little bit and it ended there.
Oh, you did one of these with the mouse.
Yeah, I just kind of like circled it around a little bit and just stopped it randomly.
Brian's busy, so I'll narrate it. Tank goes up to swat the zombie with his claw, and just before it's about to hit it, like something like creaks, and he like in place, and there's this sound, and like he kind of hiccups, and then randomly appears
That's
in that other
great.
square.
Finally, someone is unreliable. as dirt.
Yep. I built him with you in mind, Don.
Hey.
Oh my.
Sure whether to be happy or
Look, he does weird things like you too that are mostly unintentional.
Mostly.
I can't wait until I'm able to re-roll my wild magic table.
Yeah. that's
14th
pretty
level.
Hey, is. Oh.
All right. So, off to the north and west, you hear the shouts of battle, and you see Yukon Lawn Chain. You see Darren and a couple of city guards rushing the defenses from the west, and a couple of city guards rushing to the defenses from the north. And that brings us to you, Lycan. What do you want to do?
Knowing that there's a necromancer, I'm actually going to come over here, and then I'm going to jump up to the right there, running past the zombie so I'm not getting any attack of opportunity if possible. And I'm going to attack the necromancer. With my bonus action, I'm going feral, and yeah.
Okay, give it a shot.
22.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits her as you just claw into her. Or bite into her, I suppose.
Yeah.
Bite her leg. Knock her prone.
Yep. See if she falls prone.
Feral bite, not a normal bite.
I went feral. It's my version of
Yeah,
raging.
and she fails. So she goes down prone. Let's see here.
And when you knock her prone, you get a free critical hit on her, right?
I wish.
Alright, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Hardcore D&D. Every damage is doubled from all sources.
Alright. You heard it here first, folks. Noah just screwed you. No, just kidding. Alright. So, let me see what's going to happen. This guy is going to go, and he's going to attack you, Banner, and miss. I'm not even going to bother asking you.
Wait, can I make a? I'll use my reaction to attack him.
Sure.
My
Well, he
hero.
entered. You would get an
Oh,
attack of
I'll-
opportunity anyway.
Oh,
So.
yeah, thanks. I won't use my priority dice. So it's I assume a 24 hits for.
Yeah.
Is any of those a 1? I can't actually see it. I guess the 8's probably not a 1.
No.
Okay, so for 12 damage.
Yeah, you slash into it, and this kind of putrid smell just comes off of it as you kind of open up its torso, and guts, kind of rotted guts, come spilling out. The Githyanki warrior there, Emeraldi, is going to attack you. That is a 14, which misses. as you kind of shrug it off. And see, this guy's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's mindlessly going to attack you, Dawn. And that's a, whoa, tough little zombie. That is a 21.
21 to hit?
Yeah.
That'll hit me.
And let's see, that is a massive 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he just kind of and blindsides you because you were busy looking at all the zombies and the stuff in front of you, and then of course Yukon and Darren fighting to the left of you.
So
it can
Brian,
be quite
zombie
distracting.
question.
Zombie question, yes.
Rules as written. We looked this up at the end of last fight. Fear, or zombies are not immune to fear.
Yes, but these zombies are.
Okay.
And you would recall that from the fight you had wherein you fought some zombies. Let's see. 5, 10. He's going to have to 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go up here. He's going to have to make a slight check because he's like trying to crash through the and he makes it. He crashes through the foliage there. Impedes a little bit of his progress, but otherwise he's fine. This Githyanki Knight, however, seeing... let me think about this one. He's going to go right here. Oh man, Tank's timely and random teleportation actually saved Lycum from getting flanked as the Githyanki Knight says, "Mistress, we must go!" And he attacks Lycum twice. 15 and 18. Do either of those hit? Lycum?
So many screens. What was it? A physical attack?
It was a slashing attack.
Actually,
yes.
yeah, 18 would be what it is. So yes.
All right, so 18 hits.
Yep.
For a total of 16 slashing and 11 psychic damage.
Whew.
Yeah, these knights, they're bad. They're officers. They're tough guys. All right, so the what is she going to do? Yeah. So, centered around. Let me see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, she don't give a crap. She is going to cast. Okay, so as you watch, Emeraldi, Velis, Banner, Beetle, you all have to make Constitution saving throws as this cloud springs up from the earth.
Can I counterspell?
And I'm sorry?
Can I counterspell?
I don't know. Can you?
If you're within 60 feet, then yeah, you can.
Yep.
I measured for you guys.
All right. In what? At what level?
I'm going to go ahead and counterspell it fourth.
All right. You still have to make a check, and that's 8 plus.
Wow. It's a 5th level spell. Or higher.
And that is, I gotta
Take you a charisma check, Velis.
So you have to roll.
Add my charisma bonus to it.
Yeah. But nothing else because you're not an abjuration mage.
All right.
The best abjuration mage class feature.
Mm-hmm.
Dispel magic and counterspell checks, you get your proficiency bonus.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Velis, you don't know exactly what she was casting, but you knew it couldn't be good as you raise your hands to say, "No!" And this bright beam of arcane energy goes forward and smashes into her arcane energy and a shower of harmless sparks. kind of burst over the place as you counterspell her Cloud Kill spell.
Cloud kill. Brian loves that spell.
It is, it's useful. Let's see.
I don't regret that I wasted a really good con save on that, fellas. Nice job.
All right, this guy, what are we gonna do? This guy is just going to line up his light crossbow, and he's going to fire at. He's going to fire at you, Lycum, since you're just kind of exposed out there and alone. 19 with a 10 piercing damage and 9 psychic damage.
It's a lot of damage
All
for
right.
a bowman. He rolled well.
Alright, so I'm just going to do these mass attacks for zombies. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to abstract a little bit of this away to just a few rolls. 9. Alright, Velas, you're up. What do you wish to do?
All right. Let's see. First thing I'm going to do is
And Beetle, you're on deck.
I am going to use Sharp Tongue at the Geth in front of Emeraldi
Alright.
as my action. I'm sure I miss, but
Yeah, that does miss.
and
What
then
is Sharp Tongue?
as it comes back, I'm going to just kind of, when the whip comes back, I'm going to kind of put my hand on Emeraldi's shoulder and then look up and go, "Oh, when the dwarves, oh, when the dwarves, oh, when the dwarves go marching in. Oh, Baranar, I want to be in that number when the dwarves go marching." And give it some inspiration.
You are so inspired, Emeraldi, as you feel the might of Baranar come down on you.
In a patriotic fashion. Which I guess that's a football song, isn't it?
It's a gospel song.
All right, is that your turn?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
All right. Yeah, and so that brings us to Beetle. Seeing
Beetle
the-
and Bert.
Yeah, Beetle and Bart, seeing the calamity unfold around you.
All right, with Bert strapped to my back, he is going to make his little popcorn minor illusion sound attack under this zombie's feet.
Okay.
As I vault over this hedge, and as a bonus action, I'm activating my spring-loaded hand crossbow and shooting it at his face,
Yeah,
hopefully with
make an
advantage.
acrobatics check as you do that.
Sure.
Yeah, you have no problem doing that.
Okay. Where is my spring-loaded?
Yeah, you do a 3-point landing. You come up with your crossbow and it definitely hits for 25 damage as you
Nice.
take that zombie out. You were firing at the zombie, right?
Yep.
Yeah, double checking. All right.
All right. And then I am going to tuck that hand crossbow away and run over here.
All right.
That is my turn.
Yes.
That's nice.
Banner, you're up.
Yeah. I have a question.
Unleash the dogs of war, right?
Something like that. The wolves. I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to acrobatics through this bush. Can I just power through the bush here to my right?
With an athletics check, you can.
All right, I'm gonna try and power around the zombie and catch up to Lycum.
All right. Yeah, the zombies don't look particularly strong. Yeah,
Okay.
you're able to power through whatever with no problem.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Did Dom take any damage so far?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I did.
You
You did?
Yeah, I took like 6 damage from the zombie.
Then I still have
Oh
an
yeah,
action.
that's right.
I'm gonna lay a hand on you and cast Cure Wounds at your first levels I go by because I still had my action. I forgot.
Okay. How much is that?
Oh,
Your
That'd be way
action.
more.
Oh, okay, let me ask you this. Your action wasn't taken up when you did your attack?
No, remember that's a bonus action.
Okay.
For the spring-loaded thing, you can make one attack with it as a bonus action. When
Yeah. I forgot about that. It's been so long. Okay. Back to you, Banner.
yeah, that's all right. So Banner just goes off to the right of the zombie and just charges through the bush because I assume 25 will do it.
Yep.
And he goes and he flanks the knight with Lycum. I can't move my token, unfortunately, but can I flank the knight next to Lycum?
Why can't you move your token?
Because I'm using an iPad and it won't let me.
Okay, so you're right here.
No, I'm flanking the knight next to Lycum.
All right.
Basically charging through the bush to catch up to Lycum.
All right. You
Like-
will get a opportunity attack.
That's fine. I
All
want to
right.
let the zombie hit me if I can, to be honest.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, no, he misses.
All right, that's fine.
He rolled a natural 5.
Okay. And I flank him, and I go, I've been waiting for you all day. And then he makes his attacks.
All right.
1.
Yeah. Okay, so the second and well, let me double check that.
I'm gonna re-roll that 1 that I rolled too.
The
It hits.
only the third attack actually hits.
Oh. Okay. I still will re-roll that 6 then, because it is a weapon die now. That necrotic.
Don't forget you have blessed too.
Oh. I gotta roll those.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, for the first attack, here's that one. Probably does nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, that still misses. The second attack is gonna hit no matter what you roll.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna re-roll the
that's
D10.
1 anyway.
Okay. I'm re-rolling the D10 on that one. So that is now actually 9 damage and 4 necrotic. And I'm re-rolling the 6 on the second attack to get better than a 1, and that one goes up by 2 as well.
All right, so that's 9
So-
damage. And what was it again? Here.
Well, the first one will be 13 total, and the second one will now be 13 total. So 26 total.
All right.
26 total on the night.
All right. So, yeah, you smash into him. He manages to parry your first attack, but then you follow up with a blur of motion as you hit him twice more, getting past his defenses. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Dawn, you're up.
Alrighty. I am going to. Hey, Lycum, are you still attacking this mage?
Yeah, I will be.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast Polymorph on myself and turn myself into a T-Rex.
What? It's happening.
That's my action.
All right.
I can't make my token bigger, so you'll have to. It's a huge size creature. And then I'm going to use my newly increased movement speed to run over here and flank the mage. I can get behind her with
All
the
right.
T-Rex's 50 feet.
Let me see something here.
This is Dawn's new favorite thing, I guess. After it saved her life.
I'm finally high enough challenge rating to turn into a T-Rex. Or high enough level.
Duplicate.
I also strongly recommend Giant Ape. That is a good time.
Usually I
Ether.
like using Polymorph offensively to turn someone else, usually mages, into crabs or something like that. But, or sheep. That's the classic WoW one.
All right,
Mhm.
you should see. You
I
should
have the
see that.
monster manual open in front of me.
All right.
I
Well, you should have access to the NPC sheet now.
Okay. Well,
It's just
I don't see
easier
it.
to roll it.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
and you should be able to control the token now
I
as
can't.
well.
I can't move the token.
All right, let me double check that. And controlled by Dawn.
I have an intelligence of 2 now. Good thing I retained
All
my
right. Oh, I
personality.
know why. Oops, my bad. Now try it.
I still can't.
All right, screw it. Where do you want to go?
I just want to move behind her.
All right,
Grenade.
come on.
Yep. I just step over everybody. Boom,
All right,
boom.
is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right,
I use my
Cog's
action
up.
to polymorph, so.
Cog is going to do a flyby and give Emeraldi advantage on his neck attack against the this gift guy.
Okay,
I roar as a free action.
which brings us to Emeraldi, faced with a zombie and a Gith warrior, with another zombie coming in on your left. What do you wish to do?
Emeraldi's going to attack the zombie that's close by.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah, you got a
And-
second attack.
Yeah, he's going to add smite to that.
Ooh, nice. It does extra damage because it's undead, right?
Yep,
Nice.
this is second.
Oh yeah, yeah. You splatter it as it goes down in a massive heap.
And switching targets to the Gith.
You have
All right.
advantage on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, switching over with your backswing, you just whack, hit it right in the ribs, doing 11 points of damage.
And that's my turn.
All right, Tank is up. Faced with a very powerful-looking Gith officer, Gith Knight. What is he going to do?
Tank is going to move over here
Okay.
to flank. 'Cause he's Tank the flanker. And then he's going to take a claw swipe at that dude.
Okay.
Why didn't it go? There it goes. So the
Ah.
17?
Yeah, unfortunately, the knight is able to just kind of parry Tank's claw swipe without
17
any
misses him?
problems. It does.
Oh man.
Banner missed with that last time until he rolled blessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, which brings us to the resistance. Yeah, unfortunately, the other city guard to the north goes down. The archer on the wall goes, help! And he's not looking very confident right now, as the zombies are like mindlessly going towards him. Unfortunately, there's no discernible way up on top of the under the wall unless they go up the rubble, which is difficult terrain, by the way, in case you wanted to know.
But where is the sergeant that we came out with?
He actually went back inside the college to make sure that the college is secure. And Raldi, zombie misses you. Unfortunately, the Gith Yankee warrior, actually he misses you too. As you kind of just again shrug off his attack. Well, apparently I am going to do both the resistance and the Gith's turn right now because I screwed up, and then I'll resume the normal order at the start of the next turn. Sorry.
It doesn't matter to me. It's fine. I just wanted to...
I'm just trying to hurry, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I try to hurry, I make stupid mistakes.
Oh, don't worry, we all do.
As my dad says, slow down, you go faster. All too true. But Oh yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the Gith now. Which brings me to the warrior. The warrior was going to move here and flank you.
I'm taking attack of opportunity, moving out of my threatened area. I have a 10-foot reach as a T-Rex.
Okay.
Swallow him so he can't.
T-Rexes can't swallow people.
Put him in your mouth.
Every
24.
movie I've seen
Yeah.
says that they can't.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. 37 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Yeah.
I just lean down and go, ow.
Yeah, you take a bite out of him and he screams in pain, and he
bellow.
stumbles past you.
That makes me so happy.
Let's see, that's an 11.
4d12 plus 7 points of damage is never a small amount of damage.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys, I got a sharp pain in my back also.
Oh shoot, it's grappled.
Oh! He can't flank me.
It's restrained. And I can't bite anyone else. If the target is a medium-sized or smaller creature, it is grappled, escape DC 17.
Alright. So it's, I guess, over here.
Yeah, I
still.
guess it's there. It is restrained.
Yeah,
He was 5 feet
screams in pain and is grappled. Okay, good to
Well,
know.
he can still use his action to get out.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Or he can
Um,
attack, he just has disadvantage.
I gotta look at something real quick.
That was crucial. I like T-Rex
All right.
Don.
So,
Don T-Rex's eye is right next to you as it's biting this guy, just like staring at you.
banner in front of you, the knight disappears in a puff of smoke, a mist, as he misty steps over by the necromancer and says, "Mistress, we must go."
That's what Don does.
And the mistress
intuitive
nods to the knight, puts her hand on the knight's shoulder and casts a spell, and both of them disappear.
You're muted, Julia.
I said counter spell.
Hasn't come back to his turn yet.
I tried to counter spell. Oh, that's right. Action left.
Yeah, you had a turn. You
Oh,
did
no,
something
you
wrong.
got-
Yeah, you
got your
had a
action
turn. You can
request.
do it if you want. I am going to say, if you're going to counterspell, you got to be on. I'll always give you a little bit of a space to do so before I go on, but once I go on, that's it.
Hey, Brian, it says I can't cast spells, and it says I can't speak, but Ben Luck isn't a spell and it doesn't require me to speak. Can I do it?
I think you just used it with the DM. No, just kidding. Let me think on it, and I'll.
It doesn't
answer
say I
you.
can use class features. It just says I can't do anything that requires hands or speech.
All right. Let me think on it, and I'll get back to you probably later on this evening.
Well,
Later on in the fight, just give me some time to think about it while I keep on going.
Jay, were you into counter
Are
spell?
you going to counterspell?
Yep.
At what level?
Third.
well, he already rolled.
All right. I gotta look that up. Probably did it, but
It's 10 plus the spell level, so yeah, that's definitely if
That
it's a
would have
19 or
counterspelled
higher.
a wish.
Well, if it's not, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So again, as she attempts to cast a very powerful teleport spell, you manage to counterspell it with kind of this grunt of effort. She looks very frustratingly and screams in frustration as she glares at you. Like him.
I'm scared. I really, really am scared.
All right, so looking, all of a sudden seeing T-Rex Dawn for the first time, Banner hears Lycan say, "Well, shit." And then as the necromancer starts to cast and disappear, and Jay counterspells like him, bites down on her and says, "No, you're not going anywhere," and he's going to attack again. All of this only Banner can hear. All you guys hear is like a wolf yipping and howling.
Ooh, 17.
Okay.
One left.
Yeah, that hits as you kind of thrash, doing another 17 points of damage.
And is she prone again?
I'm working on it.
Oh, I hope she's prone next to me. Oh, I already have advantage anyway because I'm flanking with you. Oh well. I'm a T-Rex.
It's funnier if it's
Yeah, she's prone again.
Yes.
Mages not known for their strength saves.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to wild shape heal. And where's my spell slots?
Unless you're playing the famous Muscle
Second.
Wizard. Muscle Wizard casts Fist.
That's my turn.
All right,
The Gith already went.
Velis, you're up.
Okay.
Emeraldy blessed a T-Rex.
Let's see.
It's a divine T-Rex.
And Beetle, you're on deck.
I'm going to look over at the gal that's tried to cast two really powerful spells as I felt the resistance to my counter spells, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her.
All right.
Well, yeah, it's within range.
All right, that's a Wisdom save.
Is that the one that makes her run away?
Yeah,
That'd be really funny because she's prone, so she'd have to like crawl.
hitting all the attacks of opportunity.
I already used my reaction, but
All right.
Item hasn't.
it's a good idea.
Yeah, she fails. And she
It
does
crawls
try to
away.
crawl away as she kind of scrambles, and you hear kind of this
She
panicked,
can move through my space.
panting. I'm going to
Sometimes-
say that since she's crawling, she doesn't get like her full movement. 5, 10.
I think you get 5 feet if you're crawling. Is it? No, that's Pathfinder. Is it half speed if you're crawling?
I was gonna say half speed, but she would still be under you, so I'm
I
gonna
believe
say
it's half speed in this game too.
yeah, but she can't move. She can't end her turn under.
I don't believe you can end
So,
your turn in an enemy creature space.
I'm just gonna push her out to there.
Okay.
And yes, like him, you get an attack of opportunity.
I'd bend my head down and look between my legs at her.
All right, so I'm gonna feral bite her again.
Yeah.
Does it like evolve into super bite at some point?
Yeah, that hits.
Is it still a dark type move?
You manage to get a piece of her as she's leaving. I'm not gonna make the save.
Well, she's already prone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm not gonna make the save.
Super
Vils,
prone.
is that your turn?
Nope.
Falls in.
And
She's evolved into supine.
I look over at Beetle and I go, "Gnomes just wanna have fun. Oh, mama, gnomes just wanna have fun." And not cast, but give her inspiration too.
All right, Beetle, you are so inspired.
I'm
And
so inspired that I draw my big ass feather dart crossbow that's as big as I am, and I run over here. And wait a minute, hold on, where was I? I was there. As a bonus action, I'm going to dash, so I have a better shot. And I am going to shoot her.
If you shoot Dawn, she's gonna eat you.
Dawn.
I have an
Okay.
int of 2. I don't recognize you.
Let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
You shoot Dawn.
Fortunately, that fails. As it goes wide, it kind of skiffs through the bushes next to her. She goes, and
Yep,
that's about
and
all
then-
that happens there.
I'm gonna move up here.
You
Alright.
disadvantage on that attack because she's prone anyway.
Yeah.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Banner, you're up.
But
And Dawn, you're on deck.
There's not much I can do, so it's an easy turn for me.
so wait, that guy is in Dawn's mouth?
No, he teleported away from me.
No, the guy that you bit and stopped moving in front of me.
He teleported away from me.
He did? He's still there.
He is still there. Brian didn't move the token, but he missed you.
No,
Seth.
the knight.
That was the other.
The
Oh,
knight
that was the other
teleported.
one? Oh,
Yeah.
so that guy's still restrained?
Okay. Thanks. So do I have advantage on that or disadvantage or anything?
If he's restrained, you have advantage on him.
Okay, I will attack him.
Yeah, that hits. Actually,
18.
yep,
18 damage. Is he dead?
18. That says 12.
Yeah. Well, the necrotic.
Oh, yeah, that kills him.
Okay. Nice. Banner just.
Can I chomp his body in half with my T-Rex jaws?
Well,
You get a taste
so
of the
as you skewer, Banner, as you skewer the warrior and he kind of collapses, you see Dawn as the Tyrannosaurus just kind of going.
I just want
And
to toss his body somewhere.
in a massive heave, and he ends it up over here.
I look up at Dawn. I'm like, all right, clever girl. And then I vault over.
I then eat Banner.
All right, and then you what, Banner?
I would like to vault over the bush to the knight in that empty space
All right,
between
give
Lycum
me an
and...
acrobatics check as you jump over the bushes.
Okay.
You almost lose your footing as you land. You almost landed a little wrong. You feel a little twinge in your ankle, but you still manage to keep your feet.
Okay. Can you move my token? I apologize for not being
Yeah,
able to do
that's
that.
okay.
And then I'll make my extra attack against him
All right.
This guy's flanked.
and my bonus attack too. Which
Yeah, that hits both of them.
I'm gonna
So that's 7.
I'm gonna re-roll the 1 on the first one though, because I can do that.
Is that for weapon damage? All weapon damage, even though it's
It's
necrotic?
it's any weapon die on a great weapon.
Okay,
But
fair
I
enough.
rolled 1 again anyway, so it's still 17 total for both attacks.
All right. Yeah, take a couple of mighty swipes at him, doing a fair amount of damage as he's looking a little harried now, as his escape plan is quickly running awry. Is that your turn? Yeah, that's
That's my turn.
Dawn, you're up.
All right, I am going to
Cog is on
turn
deck.
in big stomping actions all the way around to the mage, and then I'm going to attempt to bite the mage's head off.
All right.
I roll a natural 1.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your bite gives you a whole bunch of soil.
Oh, she's prone. I have advantage.
Yep.
And I roll 3.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I bless.
Do it.
You're killing me here.
16.
That just hits as you manage to.
Another 32 points of piercing damage, and she's restrained.
Holy crap. That's nice.
Yeah, she's not looking too good.
And I'm going to use my tail attack on the Get the Yankee behind me that
Okay.
Lycan's been attacking.
She's restrained and prone.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And a 26 on the Get the Yankee behind me as I just whack my tail at him. Which
Okay.
I'm just going to assume hit.
Yeah, that hits.
20 points of bludgeoning damage to him as I just crack him with a T-Rex tail. The side of the...
He's not looking too good either. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right,
I get 2
Cog. What is Cog going to do? And Emerald here on deck.
Same thing. Flyby. advantage with the help action to Emeraldi against that Githyanki guy.
All right, Emeraldi. He is just going to attack the Githyanki in front of him twice as soon as I can find out where he is. Here we go. Bam, bam. Ooh, a critical. Nice. He's going to add smite to that because that's what he would do. So that's hold on. Minus. Well, wait a minute. That's 20. Yeah, he would. He's just going to do the. Is it 2d8 first level? Or 1d8? I don't remember.
First level's 2.
2d8.
All right.
2. 1.
Yeah, and he finishes off the Githyanki in front of him with a mighty roar as he brings him down low. And that is Emeraldi's turn.
Tink is going to galump around and attack the captain.
All right.
15 misses.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. Though he does give the captain a scare as he's like, and making all kinds of strange noises as he's clunk, 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 clunk.
He's pretty hemmed in now, which is nice.
I'm pretty sure your tank roleplay voice is one of your best. Just going to throw that out there.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's fantastic.
Which brings us to the resistance. So that was that. Darren is in his element, smashing and bashing things. He's got advantage.
I just noticed the knight is surrounded on 4 sides.
Yeah, he's loving it. That's his one attack, and he's going to attack again. That hits for another 10 damage, killing that zombie. Lycum, you're up.
Since Lycum just saw the T-Rex turn around and nom on the Necromancer, he assumes that the Necromancer is pretty well close to being done. So he's going to attack the knight in front of him with a Frail Bite.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately that misses.
With advantage and bless. Because pack tactics.
Bless. Bless. Thanks to bless, you do hit.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
Get out.
I am blessed. I am blessed. Every time that I fight, I am blessed. Anyway. Yeah, for 19 piercing damage as you clamp down on him. He is not dead, but he is not looking long for this world as he's panting and bleeding from several deep gashes in his body. And that's your turn?
Does he go prone at all?
Yes, he does. Man, I've been rolling crappy on these saves.
And I'm going to heal up a little bit more.
All
and
right.
that is my turn.
Draining the life from your enemies.
No, I have a wild sheep heal.
So this one is going to use half its movement to stand. Going to use its Misty Step to again go over here. Well, let me double check that because I think that's enough. Yeah. And instead of saying anything about getting out of here, he says, "Mistress, I will meet you there." And he casts a spell. And he disappears.
Wow, what a tool.
Did he go invisible?
hard to tell.
Make an Arcana check.
Well, if he's invisible,
Well-
we still know where he is. Because he's not hidden from us. You have to take the hide action to be hidden if you're invisible.
He's
You can
not
still make-
invisible.
Okay.
He's gone.
Okay.
Mindless zombies attacking Emeraldy miss. Mindless zombies attacking City Guard and Yukon. Ooh, one hits Yukon. Not that he really cares, because he takes a measly 5 damage, and he once again laughs. Laughs it off. And you hear him say, "Your meat is not doing so well." And the other one misses the City Guard, which is probably good. Darren Shield Bash misses City Guard twice. One hits, one misses for 11 damage as unfortunately the City Guard goes down I'm sorry. It's a City Guard, ex-former City Guard, but he's still a resistance fighter. You guys understand that, I think. Yeah. I think that's everybody. These zombies are still fruitlessly trying to come up on... They're just kind of trying to get up. They're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. In true brainless zombie-like fashion, you hear from across the... well, actually not from across the field, but Dawn, pretty much everybody hears a necromancer yell, "Climb it, you stupid things!" As she kind of goes into an intricate spell.
Counterspell.
I don't understand any of the words.
I don't know if you can for this one. She's in Dawn's mouth.
Oh,
And yeah, I don't. Units don't block vision.
Oh, hold on.
But there's
You're in range,
okay.
and
My
she's
bad.
not hidden from you.
And
Okay.
most spells have a verbal component anyway.
Oh, good point. That makes sense.
I haven't swallowed her. I just have my jaws clamped around her.
If you're going to counterspell, I heard you say that. If you're going to do that, you still need to make a check.
got it.
I can't bend luck on you because I'm a T-Rex.
No worries.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Did you pick a level for it, Jay?
4th. That's the only spell slot I've got left that I can use.
Jeez.
Feel my pain, Brian.
I hate you.
Counterspell in today's game.
Pretty great.
She screams in frustration as again a powerful spell is averted.
This is why I'm happy I have distance spell. I can stay out of
You
I
don't
counterspell.
gotta look at something.
A visual. You don't have to have a visual on people for that. Is that the rule?
You do, but he can still see her. She's not hidden from him.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta look
You
up
take the hide
something.
action to be hidden. Otherwise, I'd just stand behind a pillar every time I cast a spell.
Forehead.
Well, but remember,
full-
you stood on Corvallis's back to be out of his vision when you did it to avoid counter.
I used an action to grapple him to make that.
I was just curious. I'm just asking. 'cause
I would
don't-
say if something had full cover, I wouldn't be able to. So if
Right.
I would say that if Brian thinks she has full cover from me, then I wouldn't be able to counterspell.
Well, actually, let me. You make a good point, and
I would
let me
agree with that interpretation.
let me look at. Let me look at something.
While the T-Rex wouldn't block your vision, the hedge might, if it's high enough. She's prone.
Okay, so it has verbal, somatic, and material components. But she's using her focus, so that's not it. So what I would say is this. You can't see what somatic component, and what somatic gesture she's making, but you can hear it. I would say you can counterspell, but I think that would be a little bit of a disadvantage too, because you can't necessarily see what spell she is casting. not in its
You don't have to
entirety.
know what spell to counterspell
That's
though.
not what he's saying.
They're casting.
He's
Just so you guys, I did look. It says a creature you can see.
For
Visual.
counterspell?
you can't see
Yeah.
creatures that have total cover from you.
Yeah. So total cover would work if that is what's happening.
I guess it just depends if the hedge is opaque or not.
Well, the hedge isn't that high either.
Well, she's prone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't mind keeping my 4th level spells.
This is a debate. I just didn't wanted to better understand counterspell. I apologize for.
Oh no, that's all right.
I've become
Um,
intimately familiar with counterspell.
Yeah, you make a good point, and I don't think that he would have. Where is Velis?
He's in range, but he's at the very bottom. So if the hedge is even mildly obscuring, he has to see through a good part of it to see her.
Yeah, and plus you're right in front of Dawn is right in front of. I'm gonna say you don't have line of sight.
Right, but my body's really high off the ground. It's just like one leg.
Well, taking into account the hedge, taking into account the monstrous legs, taking into account that Banner's also kind of there, I'm gonna say that you don't have line of sight.
That works for me. I just, I hear they're gonna spell. I'm gonna throw counter spell if I've got the spell slots left, and then let you make the determination about whether or not it'll succeed.
So, unfortunately, she does finish her spell then, and she also disappears.
Does she disappear from my restraining grasp?
Yeah, she's no longer there.
Your jaws snap together.
And with that, I'm going to assume that you all, I think, well, there's 2 Githyanki warriors. Let me do wisdom checks on them.
I walk over and eat them.
Yeah, both of them kind of take a look around, and they both drop their swords, and they raise their hands.
Lycum wants to walk over to the fallen allies and cast. They weren't hit again afterwards, so they're like, "Can I bring them back if I do like healing word or something on them?"
No, they're dead.
Okay, never mind.
NPCs don't get death saves.
I was hoping.
Well, most don't.
Dawn, I'm like, easy, girl.
I don't understand you. I have an int of 2.
I know.
I waved Dawn over and like beckoned for her to come over.
I turn to the Githyanki that have surrendered on the wall, and I start walking towards them menacingly.
No, wait. I run after her and I climb up on her back.
I turn my head and look with a giant eye at you.
I pat you on the head.
All right.
Get to work restraining our prisoners.
And we're going to take a brief break here. In the aftermath of the fight, you see.
Can I check something while we're standing around?
Sure.
You got a chance
Do
to
any of
loot
those-
corpses?
Yeah, do any of the Gith corpses or the Gith we captured have the gloves that I saw them
No.
use on the ship? Dang it. I want those gloves.
Nope. So apparently, based on your own experience so far, it's not a common thing. Or it's only given to certain individuals with certain level of responsibility, rank. The smoke of the burning watchtowers, cobbled together in the rush, wafts across the battlefield as Yukon and Darren and the sole remaining resistance fighters, actually the 3 remaining resistance fighters, stroll across the courtyard towards you.
How far away are the nearest flames?
As the nearest flames,
You said the tower's on fire.
yeah, they're about 55, 60 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna charge Burt Reynolds with prestidigitation and send him up to start putting out what he can of the flames.
Okay. Yeah, he scuttles towards the nearest watchtower, which is towards the west, and begins to do that.
Okay.
I give my hand to like him for a paw bump.
As you,
And nuzzle him. Like I pat my head against it.
as this group approaches you, Darren takes off his helmet and revealing a grinning face. Behind you, one of the newly dead Githyanki warriors sits up and turns your way. There seems to be this purple glow coming from his eyes as energy kind of wafts from it. His mouth seems to work for a moment before any sound comes out. And when he does so, the voice doesn't match the face, as this deep booming voice, the same one that you heard previously from the knight that escaped, says, "This siege is over. We ask quarter. Our commander Marissa is dead, and so too are our reasons for being here. At the very least, give us an honorable death. If you choose not to give us quarter, well, as a warrior, I understand. If you choose to do so, merely wait 2 days, and we will be gone from this place. If you choose not to do so, then you should know that the last of our kind here in this city is holed up in Silverguard Isle."
Why would you tell us that?
They want an honorable death.
The creature turns towards you, and you get this feeling that you are being kind of sized up. And he goes, "You're not a warrior, you would not understand."
Why
Then
do you need 2 days? What mischief are you up to?
Our resources are depleted. It will take time to secure our manner of retreat.
I nudge Beetle and I say, if we let them leave, we need the answers on why they were here. Or we need to fight them and get them. But maybe they'll give them to us if we let them go.
I don't know that that's for us to decide.
We follow orders. If you want those answers, they are far above and beyond our understanding. We are
Who hired
soldiers.
you? Who took you under contract?
A fair enough question. Marissa, daughter of one that we have dealt with in the past, came to us with an offer. Silverymoon, a place that we can allow our young to grow and to train. In exchange, we would secure Silverymoon. We would provide protection until her rituals are complete. Quite frankly, we didn't care what work she was doing. We're always looking for good places to grow our young. This is the only place that they can grow. I myself I've seen at least one of your millennia pass, thanks to the timelessness of the astral sea. So what is it? Will you give us time or death? Yukon kind of cracks his knuckles and he goes, I vote death.
Lycum changes out of direwolf form, holds up a hand to Yukon and says, "One moment."
Where's
Look-
Elspeth?
Looking at the Githyanki, Lycum says, "I will vote for time if you can find a way to get us more arcane crystals for our now captured ship."
I don't think the decision is ours to make, Lycum. We aren't
This is
residents of this
Elspeth.
planet.
I can still vote.
Well,
I can give them death right here if I wanted to.
Killing this body will not kill me, fool.
What if we agree to consider
Sorry.
and discuss amongst ourselves?
We also have a superior in the city that we need to respond to.
Then this is the
Perhaps-
way it will be.
Perhaps a tentative ceasefire.
We
And
will
so-
prepare. We will prepare in Silverguard Isle. And wait. If we manage to escape first, then I will assume that you have chosen to give us time. And if not, well, it will be an honor to face you once again. And with that, the light goes out of the corpse's eyes and it slumps back to the ground.
all right. What I think we should do is send a messenger telling them that they can leave, and surprise attack them in the night and kill all of them before they do.
Don,
The
that's
least
not.
the least resistance on our part, the least amount of good people's lives lost, and these scum who attacked the city unprovoked and killed thousands of people will be gone.
If you'd listen to the words, I think you'd understand that there's a little bit more to them than just simply blind killers.
I look around at the destruction in the city and the fires and the bodies.
For someone who speaks of honor, what honor is there in dragging peasants into a city square and executing them if the resistance doesn't show up?
If we don't stop them, they'll do it again somewhere else. They've realized they've lost and they want to cut and run. They're cowards, but they're still evil.
I don't want to be like them, though.
We have to stop them from the next innocents that they'll kill.
We can do that, but not the way you suggested.
The way I suggested would keep the most amount of citizens of this town alive.
I have to be honest, Don, I don't really like that way either.
I'm fine with sneaking in, but I'm not going to tell them that I'm not going to sneak in and then sneak in.
Fine. Then we don't say anything.
They were brave enough to ask for quarter. And are also brave enough to know that if we refuse, that they would fight to the death, which would cause far more destruction. Or it could be a fight of years rooting them all out.
No, I don't think it'll be years. But I mean,
If
all of
they
this
get
stuff-
away, they'll kill more people than they ever would in a single battle to finish them off.
It is true, girl, Darren says. But they've been doing that for thousands upon thousands of years. Destroying them here won't change that. This is but a
And-
small fraction of their civilization, and they are, after their own manner, while evil, they are civilized.
And just because more of them do it means we should let these ones do it. That'd be like saying we should let all murderers go free because imprisoning and executing murderers won't stop the other ones from killing people.
But they know they face an overwhelming force. And I say that this is Butcher's work, and I will have none of it. But it's not my call. Of course, you guys will do what you want.
I
Emeraldi?
almost had a mind to propose a battle of rebuilding the city.
Who is
Well, I want them to pay.
currently the leader of the city? out of
Elspeth.
Tyrion Hornblade. You
Tyrion
guys
Horn-
would know that. Yeah.
And so well, my friends, this discussion, I can see the finer points of both sides of this discussion, but as has been said, it's Town Hornblade's decision finally, and
And we have something to deliver to him anyway.
yes,
Is it his decision, though, what we do?
No, but this is his city, not ours.
although
I
look at-
think we should at least speak to the others before doing anything.
I think so too.
Even if in the end, what our decision of what we do is ultimately ours, at the very least, they should have input.
that's
Yep.
agreeable.
So let's go find him and get
Well-
this thing in his hands. The sooner those mithrils get online, the better.
That's for sure.
I can't argue with you there, Darren says. Well, they should all be at the city jail. That is our headquarters for now.
And if we get these
Then let us
mithrils
be off.
in order, then it's distinctly possible that whatever escape plan these Githyanki
Let's leave it a bed here.
these Githyanki have could be curtailed, and we could then, of course, hold them captive and get what information we need out of them.
The city doesn't have the resources to hold hundreds of Githyanki captive.
I'm just saying that their escape plan might be curtailed by the mithril, is what I'm saying. But and if we offer an exchange of information for their freedom, it could be a possibility.
Is Lycum still a wolf?
Alright.
No, I changed back.
Okay.
But let us go to Tan first and see what he has to say.
Ooh.
I take it Dawn is no longer a T-Rex since she's having a
No,
conversation.
I put in the chat, turned back into a house. If I was still a T-Rex, I just would have eaten the zombie dude that got up. Because I have an int of 2.
Mm.
All the coughs.
I felt like doing that anyway.
All right. Well, Yukon, as you guys resolve this throughout the course of the conversation, Yukon actually looks a little disappointed.
What's wrong, Ukon? Want a little more?
Always.
Well, I know how you feel. And trust me, if you want to go later, I'll be with you.
But you've
Well-
become so bloodthirsty lately.
Well, I feel good now.
Released a little tension.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to this. Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to things.
Nothing to be sorry about. I think it's quite interesting as I open my journal and start writing it down about the effects this has had on you.
Are you writing about me?
I write about all of us.
No, but like, not like a story. Are you like taking notes?
Oh, yes, indeed. It's fascinating. I've never the workings of what I hope to remember someday about the Feywild are just so interesting. Which reminds me, didn't someone say that if we had, well, maybe there's someone here that can do that curse thing that will be able to allow us to remember things again, eh, Beetle? Yes, I understand that side completely.
Beetle, I'm assuming at this point we're starting to head back towards the prison.
Yes, all this conversation is taking place en route.
I wave Ukon along with us if I can before.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
then-
kind of fall back with Dawn.
All right. You do so.
And just, yeah, and just walk along for a little bit next to her. What's my take on her temperature emotionally? Like, where is she at, Noah?
She's not happy. She is frustrated, angry, but not like enraged. Like just anger. But a bit impassive too. Not like full anger. She's not like stomping down the street, like blowing out windows with fireballs.
Okay. I'm gonna eventually just kind of like say, so how you doing?
I'll be doing a lot better once these Gith are out of the city, one way or another.
Same.
She says no more without further prompting.
Okay. I want to see them punished too, but I kind of feel a little the same that Banner did. I want to see them punished, but I don't want to be like them.
Are you saying this where I can hear you?
No, I kind of would have like tried to like fall back a little bit with Dawn, like out of earshot of the rest of the group.
Okay.
Because I don't want her to feel like she's being put on the spot.
Right.
Beetle, if we let them go, they'll do this somewhere else.
If it was just a group of like 5, 10, 20 murderous assholes, I would say you're right. But this is an entire army.
So because there are more evildoers, they get a pass?
I just feel like the
what you're
rules of I just feel like the rules of warfare are different, and I'm not sure the cost is worth it in this case.
If we could, if they surrendered and we could, and the city had the resources to incarcerate all of them, then yes, that would be an option. Letting them go free just because there are too many of them to imprison, or too many of them to feel good about killing, that doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel right to me to just lie to them and then butcher them either.
Don shrugs. Even if we didn't do that, I still think killing them in battle would be preferable to letting them go and reign tyrannically over some other corner of the multiverse.
If it wasn't for what shitty shape it seems like the people here are in, the resistance fighters, I might be on that side. And who knows, maybe they'll surprise me and I'll come to agree that way. But from what I've seen so far, I think if we can spare the people of Silverymoon another big battle, I think that's probably in the city's best interest. That's what I think.
Don starts walking again.
As you continue down the road, Yukon and Darren both inform you that they need to split off and to do something real quick. And they break off to the south, towards the southeast city gates. You continue along. Your path brings you through a fairly ramshackle part of town where the roads are narrower and there's alleys off of to the left and the right. Beetle, you suddenly feel this mental pinprick and you hear a message saying, "Oh, Beetle, I found you." Hello.
Is this Corvellis? And I'm not saying that out loud, like character-wise. Is that who I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And at the same time, from behind you, a strange creature with very long, impossibly long arms and impossibly long legs and a skull-like mask appears behind you.
Do I see this happening?
No, you don't see it, but you definitely feel it as you take 49 points of piercing and poison damage as he sinks.
I'm down.
Both daggers
Do we all?
into
I'm right
you.
next to her. I see
Yeah.
this. But we're a ways back from everyone else.
I know you walked ahead of her though.
Yep.
Well, we started walking again.
Yeah, we started walking again. We
Uh,
stopped.
Still in the same general
So-
area.
Dawn, having moments to react as Beetle kind of gurgles and goes down in a heap. What do you do?
There's this assassin-looking dude standing over her with daggers, right?
Yeah, well, right behind her. Yeah.
Well, over her now that she fell to the ground, bleeding out, right?
Yep. And he turns towards you, and you hear this raspy. Corvellis says hello.
I am going to shout for help and blast him with a fear.
All right.
Just to
Go
get him
ahead
away.
and what's your DC for that?
I believe it's 15 now. It'll say. I don't think it says. It
All
doesn't
right.
say.
Yeah.
It is 15.
He makes the save as
Yeah,
it doesn't
but-
seem to even affect him. And he says, "We've been studying," and at this point, everyone roll initiative in a second. Where'd my map go? I lost
I
my
was
map.
not expecting that.
I did consider just walking up next to Beetle's
Wait,
body.
shouldn't Tank have gotten an attack on that guy too? I feel like Tank would have been like,
Oh yeah, Tank's true.
I was considering just grabbing Beetle and Dimension Dooring 1,000
And actually,
away.
Dawn, you are back here. Beetle is down.
Can I give Tank a swipe at him?
Yeah, I don't have your. Hold on, I set this encounter up before you made Tank,
Okay.
so
Can we?
just to give you an idea.
Okay.
Should we be?
All right, yeah.
Are we
so-
there? Because that's 60 feet away. I'm just asking.
Yeah, we were just trailing behind you guys a bit.
So
Out of earshot of someone like Lycum is 60 feet.
Yeah, everybody heard. At the very least, everyone
I shouted for help.
heard Dawn shout for help. Let's see.
I'm asking. Oh, okay.
It's
I was walking next to like
I rolled a natural one again? Come on.
I'm not
This
sure I
is
can click my
bullshit.
token for initiative this time. It's not working, but I'll roll
It's bullshit.
it.
all right. I'm missing Bert. Hold on.
I'm not in there either.
I should just grab Beetle and Dimension Door.
You're there.
Oh, I am.
Yep, you're next to Villas.
No, I meant in initiative. I meant the initiative tracker.
Oh, well, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll. Or did you already roll?
I did. I just couldn't
All
get
right,
my
I'll just
token
add
to
you.
work. Okay. Thank you. Oh, my token's working now. Nice.
Roll 20 is not the most reliable when it comes to mobile devices, I have learned.
Yeah. Well, I got it working now, I think. Well, yeah. Sweet.
All right. It's everybody rolled. I think I got everybody.
Yep. I'm a 0 though on mine.
Why
Is
didn't
that
my
how everybody else
assassins
is?
work? My
Seeing
assassins
it?
are not in there.
Should I go ahead and make my first death save?
Brian. Oh, sorry.
It's not working. What the world? Oh,
And then he just stabs you while you're on the ground.
all right.
Oh Jesus, he gets to go first.
This is not working. There we go.
There's
Uh,
more than.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Great.
one standing over Beetle does take another shot at her.
I failed 2 death saves. As long as it hits.
It might
Oh,
miss.
yeah.
You might roll a natural one.
My AC is 16.
and he hits once.
Yep, 2 death saves. It's a good thing I rolled a save on that death save.
He went to follow up, and he stumbles a little bit, and then he swiftly, just in a blur, slams another short sword into you. This is a new custom creature, so I gotta, well, not new, but I haven't looked at it in a while, so. Flicker, yeah, that's right. So.
Should have just grabbed her and dimension doored away, or could heal her. But I guess abandoning our other friends wouldn't have been such a class act either.
Well, you could go behind.
No, I'm for that if you can do it.
Well, I don't get to go for forever, so whether Beetle lives or dies will be decided long before I get to.
Oh gosh.
Dawn,
But
you see behind, kind of off to the corner of your eyes, something kind of flicker into existence. Not just appear or poof in a mist. It just kind of, and he appears ever so briefly, and he slams into Tank, his short swords, doing critical damage on his first attack and 16 to hit on his second attack. As how many hit points does Tank have?
He has 19.
Yeah, he goes down.
But he is immune to poison damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which is awesome. Awesome, because he only takes 8 points of piercing damage.
Sweet. Okay.
As you hear this clang, and then just as quickly, he seems to disappear. Beetle.
And
She already rolled.
I
She
re-rolled
thought she
it
was
at
going
12.
first.
Yeah.
Because you rolled for the assassin after.
Where?
It's right
there.
above.
She
It's
thought
right
she
above.
was going first, so she rolled her death save right away. It's right above my message. It's like right at the bottom of the chat.
She rolled a 12.
She rolled a 12.
Okay. What's Tank going to do?
Tank is going to. Can he stand protectively over me without hurting me,
You can't occupy someone else's square.
even when they're down?
No.
You know, the most you can do in that regard
can
would
move through
maybe
it.
hold your
Yeah, he's
action.
gonna move through, and he's gonna go after the guy who hurt me.
Okay.
Just kind of steps around you.
Yeah.
Tank.
And we're gonna roll to see if I have another malfunction. This could be real bad.
Ugh.
Yep.
I hope it's not one that deals damage in a 5
Yeah, if it is, I will die.
Because you'll be dead if it is.
Oh no, Tank!
Yep.
Oh
Tank will be-
no.
Isn't this the same one?
No.
Oh my god.
What is this one?
He sneezes butterflies. The construct begins to sneeze violently. For 1 minute at the start of each of its turns, it sneezes a swarm of brightly colored butterflies into existence in an unoccupied square within 5 feet. Each swarm can share the space with another creature, and that space is lightly obscured. The swarms are controlled by the DM and disappear after 5 minutes have passed. After the construct sneezes out in its swarm, it can begin its turn as usual. They have the same stats as swarm of insects, but they don't attack.
Yeah. So next to Tank, a swarm of butterflies appears as he goes, and has this kind of hollow tin sound to it as a puff of butterflies come out.
So sad Beetle's not awake to see that.
What's Cog going to do?
Cog is going to rush down and just like wave in this guy's face and stay there and give advantage to the next person who attacks him.
All right, which brings us to Emeraldi. You hear back where Dawn and Beetle were, a cry of help from Dawn. You see Beetle on the ground bleeding profusely. You see another very evil, very twisted looking creature pulling a short sword out of Beetle's back. What do you wish to do?
Just a question: is dash counted as an action?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's an
Yes. Yeah, they dropped back. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that.
Is your lay on hands a bonus action?
Nope.
Nope.
But someone has bonus action healing.
We have
now.
ranged heals. Just get as close as you can.
Do you have a ranged heal?
Some of
Yeah,
us.
I do, but
Can I get a free shot?
Emerald casts healing word at second level
All right.
on Beetle.
All right. Go ahead and that's what 2d4 plus your
Plus charisma. bonus.
charisma bonus.
No, it should be my priestly bonus.
That is
That's your charisma
spellcasting
bonus.
No, priests are wisdom.
Oh, it's your cleric spell. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So it's wisdom. Sorry.
I didn't realize you were using it as a cleric.
Yeah, I forgot healing word isn't a paladin spell.
All right. Go ahead and roll. All right.
Nice.
Beetle, with a intake of breath, you regain 10 hit points.
Ow!
That was really scary.
And that's my turn, by the way.
All right. Bellis, you're up. Banner, you're on deck.
You could have dashed and done that, Emeraldy. That's just a bonus action.
yeah, but healing word is a bonus action. But
So you could run closer.
All right.
I am just going to step about that, just kind of up to Emeraldy. I'm going to look at the Beetle and go, I hope you don't mind. And I'm going to change her into a giant ape.
Yes.
Funny thing is, I was just thinking the same thing, like lining up my turn.
All right.
I'm like, huh? Whoa. Beetle has never been this big.
All right.
Where's my
Let's
monster
see if I
manual?
can get that.
Does it push Dawn and Tank out of the way?
Well, yeah, I mean, it would displace him probably. Give me a
Well,
second.
her character would be the one that moves, not ours.
Oh, is it?
She grows
I-
to fit into the square.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm huge.
Beetle Kong!
Oh, you're huge? I can be in your square then.
Oh,
Well,
sweet.
you know what? Just go ahead and grow that. There you go.
Nice.
Beetle Kong!
I'm actually bigger than that, but for the purposes
I
of fitting
gotta-
in the alleyway.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
Hanging out on the roof now.
I thought he was large.
I also have 157 freaking hit points now.
That's right.
That's quite a heal spell.
Uh huh. Plus 10, because that's how many I actually have.
Yeah, as long as they don't go for you now, Bellis.
I turned to Valis and I'm like, that was you, right?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
me.
good. Nice move.
All right. I'm going to say we're going to displace you over here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that is big. Okay. Yeah, you basically turn into King Kong.
Uh huh. I have played a giant
see.
ape before. It's awesome.
You end up like crushing the side of the house as you continue to grow.
Well, squeezing is a status that she's probably in if she's fitting in this alleyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Fit in a size
Bellis,
category.
is that your turn?
Yep, that's all I'm going to do.
All right, Banner, you're up.
Did I hear it's huge? I can occupy the same space?
You can move through it.
Well,
I don't know if you can end your turn in it. I don't remember if you can end your turn in Allies Square. That's bigger than you.
And whoops.
there's
That
really
isn't-
nowhere else to go, so I'm kind of feeling like I need to know. Let me see.
You can end your turn right over here.
You could.
Can I though? I can't because I'd have to move through his space.
And
No,
like
you could move diagonally across from.
Oh, you can?
and like
Oh,
him, you're on
yeah.
deck.
All right, Banner roars. He's like super pissed. If I can make him move, come on, Banner. Come on, Banner.
Good boy,
He
Banner.
takes the dash action to do that. And then he action surges in his anger and unloads on this guy, just Grievous style.
All right. Miss.
Oh.
There you
Miss.
go.
There's a
and
critical for you.
hit.
Am I still blessed by any chance?
No.
No.
Okay. But I'm critting on that one.
Yeah, the last one's a crit.
And
Do
I
these
can
guys
reroll
look
those
like
ones
magical
too.
constructs?
So I
or
get to
do they
reroll a d10
All right.
and a 6.
8.
Wait, hold on. He's re-rolling damage, so don't take it
Yeah.
yet.
Do both hit or just the one at the end?
Just the one at the end.
Okay, so that one is. So the ones are 5 and 3 instead.
So 12
So-
plus 7, 19 damage.
19 damage on that.
All right.
And actually, I'm gonna superiority die because it's a crit, and I'm gonna try and trip it, and I get to roll it twice.
all right. So as you go to smack him with that attack, though, he does manage to partially dodge out of the way, taking only part of that damage.
Okay, let me roll my.
You dodge, bastard.
I got kicked out of the game for some reason. If somebody else wants to roll my d8s,
I'll roll 2d8s for you.
thank you.
And what save is
Sorry,
that?
I rolled 2s.
That's all right. It's a save. Gosh, I'm sorry. I can't really look at anything because I got kicked out. It should be a 15 or 16 for my trip. Hold on.
It's proficiency plus your strength bonus.
It's 15. It's 15 to save on that. A strength save.
Strength. Yeah. He fails and he goes prone.
Nice.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is Banner's turn.
All right. Like him. You're up.
Seeing Beetle all of a sudden just get turned into a giant ape, getting ready to do the same thing himself. He decides to can I cast through Beetle to attack the guy, or do I need to somehow get over there?
I will say you can, but he's got partial cover.
All right, I'm going to produce flame and attack him.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Darn.
As partial cover gives him +2 AC.
Yep. That is. I think that's my turn. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
Dawn, you're up.
I don't suppose being prone gives you disadvantage on dex saves, does it?
Not that I know of.
I'm looking it up right now.
It doesn't. I looked it up today.
Okay.
unfortunately. I
Yeah,
did a lot
that's-
of research today on Banner's skills, so I stopped forgetting.
So, Brian, what do these guys look like? Are they like human? Are they like magical beings?
They look like they were once probably human, but now their skin is black. Their arms are unnaturally long, as is their legs. They wear a mask that is actually, now that you can see him much closer, is actually a cutout from a human skull. As you're looking at him, it's not the mask is not affixed with a leather strap. It's bolted onto his face, and as a matter of fact, you see like this black blood coming down like tears from his face, and he's wielding two very wicked-looking long swords that are that are black. You don't know if it's the dyed or the natural color of the metal that he's wielding. Both of them, the one that you see now and the one that you briefly saw earlier, are covered in very worn, holy black rags, and they have a chain at their waist for a belt.
All right. Since I can't do any of my area attacks without hitting anyone else, I am just going to, enraged after seeing what happened to Beetle, throw a shocking grasp down at him while he's prone, because it's my only melee spell attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my vengeance on it to give me extra 2d6 damage. I am enraged at these people trying to assassinate Beetle. Nothing rolled. Why didn't it roll?
I see one.
Yeah, I see. No, that's not it.
Oh, that's like him.
That's weird. It's not doing it.
I've
Did I mess it
noticed
up?
that occasionally. I don't know.
Okay, whatever. I'll just roll. What's my spell attack bonus? It is +7. So
Roll 2 though, because you have
24.
you might crit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that is 20 points of lightning damage,
Oh,
and he can't use. And he loses his reaction.
All right. Yeah, electricity crackles around him as his body spasms, and you hear this kind of hollow sounding. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see here. Well, I didn't want to do that.
How much time has passed since our original battle?
Maybe 15 minutes.
12
20
days.
minutes.
All right, I still got my
you,
armor.
you were. I mean, you stood around and talked for about 5 minutes, and you were
Okay.
heading on your way back to the city jail, the headquarters.
Okay.
Oh, and before I end my turn, I use a bonus action to turn a second level spell into points.
Okay.
warped assassins are at 44.
I think something went wrong.
I've been noticing sometimes lately there's a bug on Roll20 where certain monsters or creatures that if you write them in by hand, like they'll start doubling their initiative.
All right. So behind you, Banner, another assassin is going to appear, or maybe it is the same one. You're not sure. You see this flickering effect as it flickers into being and attacks you with advantage, giving him 2. Oh my God!
Is the other guy prone really threatening me? Just a question. I don't know how that works.
If he was paralyzed or stunned, he wouldn't be, but he can still make attacks against you when he's
Okay.
pressed, so.
Unfortunately, that's 2 crits.
Oh Jesus!
All right, let's see what happens. He takes 15 cold damage right off the bat, though.
Okay.
In my
your
armor of Agathis. I have a pretty good amount of health points right now, so let's see what happens. I shouldn't go flat out dead, at least. I don't think.
This is a lot.
We'll see.
So how much do you say he takes? 15?
He takes 15 cold, yep.
All right. Which reminds me.
Oh, crap. What do you do if you die if it's double your hit points?
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
go to. You go to
Negative your
0
max.
when you're unconscious.
I
You have
gotta-
to go to negative your max.
Oh my gosh, and he did 49 on you without critting? Oh crap, that might actually kill me.
Well, no, that was a crit. That was an auto
Oh,
crit.
That was a crit.
Oh,
It was an
I
auto
was
crit. These
surprised.
guys are assassins.
They're assassins.
Assassin's crit on
I might be
surprise.
okay then. I
Hey.
might be okay.
When I did this to Balin in my game, and his 17th level assassin, it doubled the damage on the critical and did 198 points of damage in a single hit.
That was real ugly.
Yeah, you are down
What do I take?
as you take 114 points of damage.
But I'm not dead.
So he basically just gets impaled through the back.
Yeah. And
Better!
In front
Alright,
of
Dawn's mad.
Yeah.
you see the creature flicker. He does take damage and he's looking pretty hurt. Why is that like that? Hold on. This one's not behaving right. Yeah,
Well, at least my shocking grasp.
As
is
I die
damage.
or go down, do I notice that he has the same wounds as the one in front of me?
Wait, he's left my reach. I get an attack of opportunity. I have a 10-foot reach.
not with this
Not,
ability.
not through the building.
This
Oh.
ability
Actually
works.
in that
This ability works a
I'm
lot
as tall as
like
the building.
this ability works a lot like
Disengage.
Misty step.
Misty Step and Disengage. Yes,
Okay.
they're nasty. But this
I-
one in front of you does not look.
Can I say
that-
something as I go down?
You can.
I reach out to Donovan. Keep them safe, and I fall.
You're making me feel bad.
It's like in like a video game or something when like a party member goes down, they're like, not yet, and then they like fall over. And it's
Yeah,
like they're reaching out
exactly
like
what-
one last
He's like,
struggling
Down,
hand.
he's like, keep them safe, and he falls.
Is the other guy going, or is it my turn?
Yeah, I just
Alright.
feel bad now.
The other guy
These guys
casts
are
Power word kill on Dawn.
No. He is going
0 hit
to
points.
he's going to attack the big, huge, massive creature in front of him. Rolling a 23 and a 23.
Okay.
For a total of.
He's got disadvantage because he's prone, right?
Yeah, I assume he stands up.
Yeah, he stands up. I'm sorry. Using half of his movement.
My AC is 12, so everything's gonna hit me pretty much.
Yep. So that's
I like how he's not attacking me or Banner.
60 points
Me
of
too.
I like that.
damage.
Okay,
As he
that took me down under
slams,
100. 97
both
hit
swords
points left.
into him. And he says, nice trick. Corbella says so. And that's it. Beater? Beater, you're up.
Beetle.
You're up.
Is going to like
Beetle's about to
scream
beat someone.
in rage, and I just reach for him and just start pummeling him. It's gonna see. Roll
Hit.
20 plus 9.
Ape of giant proportions.
18 on the first one.
Yeah, that hits. And
And-
you have advantage? No, you don't.
Turn him into
he's
Tank
only-
is flanking.
Actually, Tank is flanking because I'm huge, so I do have advantage. Let's just see if I crit.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Nope. But I hit extra hard. Okay, so this is going to be 3d10 plus 6.
It's like T-Rex light.
He takes 21 bludgeoning damage as one of my fists connects with his jaw.
Oh, yeah.
Then he attack again.
Does he uncanny
I
dodge
do get
that
to
one?
attack again. Is he up?
Yeah, he's up.
26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Is that what he did last time? Uncanny
He
dodge.
can't use his reactions because you shocking grasped him.
His turn
22
came back up
bludgeoning
again.
damage.
So
Nice.
Well, in that case, he's going to use uncanny dodge on that, only taking 11 damage. Yeah, it's not looking good as you kind of take it and smack him a couple of times. Is that
Yep.
your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Tank. Actually, just go. Tank, Cog.
Okay. Yeah. Tank is Cog is going to give. Well, it doesn't matter. Tank is going to get advantage on this because he's flanking. So, Tank is going to swipe and miss with an 11. And then Cog is going to swoop down and like fly in the guy's face and then swoop back up to the top of the roof and give the next person to hit him advantage.
All right. Which brings us to Emeraldi. You hear more than see Banner go down as you hear this kind of electric flickering sound of a second being that seems to be eluding your sight. What do you wish to do?
Emerald is gonna maybe hold his turn and call out to Velas, haste.
you can only hold an action.
Yeah, it won't help.
Yep.
you.
Oh, okay. All right, then he's gonna dash to right here.
Okay.
Running through so many squares.
Yeah, and I'm going to cast that on Banner's corpse.
I think technically I'm an unconscious person, but
Yeah, he's not actually.
Yeah, he's
Let's not make it
just
worse than it
unconscious.
is.
Ward creature with
Good spell.
good choice. Nice.
Did not know it had a bonus action cast time.
It is a bonus action. Yep.
That's cool. It's a nice
Can't-
way to save.
Did I accidentally cast it?
Oh, you didn't mean to cast it?
No, I wanted to look at it and it just cast it instead.
Oh.
But I probably
No,
would have done it.
it's a good option.
You can healing word him, or you can sanctuary him. Both are good options.
No, I'm out of first level spells. I wanted to do a cantrip, but the cantrip is an action. I want
Oh,
to do.
well, you can healing word. You can do at a higher level if you want.
All right, and Velis, you're on deck. Be prepared.
I'm ready.
It's up to you, Emeraldi. I don't have to be brought up. You play it the way
All right,
you
what are you
want.
gonna do?
I already used my dash action. Turn.
Are you gonna do anything with your bonus? Is that the spell you're casting for your
That's the
bonus?
spell that's being cast.
Okay.
Okay.
What does it do exactly? Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save. The creature must choose a new target, or lose the attacks or spell. Ooh, nice. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from an area of effects such as explosions of a fireball. Blah. Okay.
And it goes away if you attack someone.
All right. Bellis, you're up, and Banner, you're on deck.
On
Alrighty.
deck to make a death save.
Mad Dad, I'm gonna.
Wait, why is Velis going before Banner when Banner is an initiative of 18?
It was 8. It got doubled
Oh.
too. My initiative is 8. I don't know what happened.
At least you
Actually, it's
kept
not-
your place in the turn order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using a dash action to get there, and I am casting the healing word at Banner.
All right. Yeah.
Sweet.
And at what level?
I'm gonna do it at second level.
All right. That's 2d4 plus your charisma mod, right?
Yep,
Yeah, so
8
it's-
points.
8 points. Yeah, you Banner, you regain 8 hit points as you feel the healing balm
Once it's not done, it's
of
done.
Bellis's golden notes wash over you. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
All right, Banner and Lycum, you're on deck.
Not knowing, I look behind me and I see Emeraldi. I'm oh, it's okay, because I just got stabbed in the back. And not knowing
And then
that
you see
Emeraldi-
Emeraldi.
And then you kill him.
I actually start swinging, but I'm like, oh.
Well, you should stand up.
I'll use second wind to start things off.
Bonus action.
All right.
Good use of a bonus action right now.
Where's my plus?
1d10 plus your
Nice roll. Nice roll.
Nice roll.
Very nice.
And I don't know anything about Emeraldi's spell because I was unconscious. So I'm like, start just attacking the one in front of me again because I don't know what. And I feel like my back is covered.
Super advantage on this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's surrounded.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that
Oh,
hits.
wait.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
rolled bonus action by
all right.
accident.
Yeah, no, he's dead. Don't even bother. He's dead.
Okay.
As you just kind of and pretty much just shred his body, and for good measure, you decapitate his head. And as it's flying, you see that it's in a very emaciated head. The skin is like drawn tight over his skull, as if it's almost too big for the skull is too big for the skin on his head, and it lands in a hollow next to Tank.
Not my best, but it'll do. And then I turn around because I actually no, I don't. Never mind.
All right, is that your turn?
I think that's all I can do. So yes.
Okay. Like him, you see the one assassin that you see go down. You know you saw a second one, but it seems to be flickering in and out of existence. You're not sure how.
Yeah, like them. How high are the buildings, by the way?
they're just most of them are one story. This one right here is 2 stories, so it's about 40 feet tall.
All right, so I'm going to change into a giant eagle, fly up to about right here, look around to see if I see anything.
Yeah. That's where you see crouched in the alley the other assassin, as it's kind of waiting and just kind of seems to be recouping and preparing for his next attack.
All right. Do you think I could get to there based on 40 feet up to the top of the building, up and over it? I have a flight speed of 80.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay. All right. So then I move on over and I will attack him with the multi-attack of a giant eagle.
Okay.
I don't have the shape yet, so I need to.
Oh.
Gotta figure that out. 1 second. 1d6 plus 3. And then talons are 2d6 plus 3. I can't type. Nope.
I need a T-shirt now that says I survived 119 points of damage.
I can't access the giant eagle form, but yeah, so I do 17 points of damage to him.
Working on it.
Did you make your attack rolls?
Yeah, I don't have access to the form, so I had to type it out.
Should be able to see it now.
I don't see any of your attack rolls.
Yeah, I just see damage rolls.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that. Forget that you have to do that when you're doing it. You said I should have Giant Eagle now?
Yeah. Let me drag it over. Should be not in your regular place, but it's there.
Oh, okay.
I'm still in the process of fixing it, so.
Oh, I see it. There we go. Okay. So these are just for the attack rolls. Don't worry about the damage.
All right, yeah, you definitely hit both times for a total of 17 damage.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you all see Lycum turn into this eagle, swoop up towards the top of the building to his right, and then swoop down, claws first, and a maddening eagle call as it attacks something beyond your sight. Dawn, you're up. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to dash into this alleyway, turn, see him down there, and he's still flickering in and out of existence, right? With like his
he's solid right now.
Right, but this is the one that I've seen doing that.
Yeah, well, yeah, as far as you can tell. He bears the same cuts and bruises as you remember seeing, so yes.
Well, I saw this guy appear behind Banner a moment ago and then run back down the alleyway.
Yeah, we're assuming there's only 2 assassins, is what he's saying.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic and try and dispel whatever effect is on this creature that seems to be allowing him to maneuver supernaturally like that.
Okay. All right, as you extend a hand towards this creature and try to dispel whatever magic is surrounding it, you sense that this is not a magic that is arcane in nature. It's somehow a part of the creature. It's innate,
Okay.
It's innate to the creature. All right. Velis. The creature flickers into existence behind you and attacks twice.
Well, I'm dead.
Once with an 18, and then he doesn't hit with the second attack, and he hits with 31 1 point of piercing damage and 30 points of poison damage.
I survive.
And then, unfortunately, because it's the nature of his ability, he flickers back. And as he flickers back, you hear this kind of evil, oh, crap. Which brings us to Beetle.
Beetle,
Steps over the building.
does Beetle hear like Dawn or anybody say like that he's back there?
Well, you saw Lycum as an eagle attack something back there.
All right. Well, Beetle has 40 feet of climb speed, so she's gonna climb up the building up on top. Does she have enough to jump down on top of that guy?
Yeah, okay.
The giant ape has a ranged attack.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to. Is there rubble on top of the roof from all the battles and crap?
Tear
that
up
have
a
happened?
piece of the roof.
Well, no, but there's rubble from you climbing the roof now.
Yep.
As
I'm gonna
it pretty
grab some
much
rubble and make a
collapsed under
rock
your
attack.
weight. Yeah, all right. Go ahead and
I
do
get
so.
let's see. Do I get 2 of these? No, I only get 1. Okay.
You see,
Your attack
beetle,
is-
the ape beetle kind of, and the roof collapses
Oh
underneath.
shit! This is 76 plus 6.
And
38 bludgeoning damage.
so
Nice.
as the roof collapses under Beetle's newfound weight, she grabs a piece of the trestle that collapsed and just chucks it like a giant javelin, almost not almost, but impaling the creature as it kind of a huge piece of its torso gets torn away, and it stands there, one-armed, somehow still alive.
And somehow, instinctively, Beetle just knows this is the right moment to go. Ah!
Or, I wish I could play videos on Roll20 because I got that short video I took of Bellis going ape still. But it would definitely sound like that.
It's my turn.
Which brings us to Tank and Cog. And
All right.
Emeraldi, you're on deck.
Tank is going to stay where he is because that thing keeps reappearing here, and he's going to hold an attack action to see if it appears again. And Cog is going to fly up overhead and just keep an eye on it.
Okay. All right. Bellis, you're up. Or I'm Emeraldi, you're up. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out, is Banner still got an X on him, or is he
No,
up, or
he's
is he
up.
back now?
He's
Velis
up.
brought me up, and your spell ended because I attacked.
Okay. And where is the other creature? I'm only seeing one.
It
Oh.
keeps teleporting away.
The other one's dead. Banner
Oh,
The
killed
one,
the
the
other.
one next to Banner is dead. The one next to the giant eagle,
Yeah,
which is Lycum, you can't see it, but you see it keeping on, like, appearing and making an attack and disappearing. And then you see some, you saw a beetle, kind of hard to miss, throwing a piece of the trestle of the roof that collapsed towards this alley, which you can only surmise something is down there.
Emeraldi's going to take a blind corner and charge this. He's tired of this assassin crap.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make your attacks. And this creature's almost dead. It's yeah. You with a growl you miss once, but then on the follow up you smash its head into, in true Gallagher style as it kind of goes and with that the assassins are dead.
More blood comes spurting out of Banner's mouth.
Beetle crawls down from the top of the roof, and she picks Banner up and just hugs him.
Banner's like, "Oh, you smell bad, but I love you anyway."
Emeraldi touches a Banner's arm and lay on a hand for 15.
Oh, we made it. It's okay. We both made it.
You see a little, actually a very big tear.
you,
and Banner
you
leans
hear
in.
this monkey like.
Oh, he leans in. So no, because he leans literally into its ear. So no, because it's so big. He's like, I'm really glad you're okay. And he hugs her back. Oh, he was scared. That looked really bad.
Wow.
And how much do they Roddy? I'm sorry.
Holy crap.
15.
Does
Thank
Beetle
you.
turn back into a person?
Not yet.
It lasts for up to an hour.
But Bellis, I think you can.
Yeah, you can choose to end it.
You can
I can
choose
choose?
to end it. Yeah.
Beetle's gonna go before you do. Beetle's gonna go and pick up Tank, and just be like.
I made my con save for concentration, though.
Well, Don will ask you to end it at some point because she wants to talk to Beetle. But
Thanks,
I'm
Emeraldi.
actually going to look up at Beetle and go. I'm actually going to look at the ape. And I know it doesn't have the intelligence of Beetle, but it still has her personality, so it should still understand the question. Do you want to be Beetle again yet? And I'll wait until it nods its head or taps me or something and tells me and gives me an indication it wants to be Beetle.
Velis,
This
I think
big ape finger comes down and pokes you gently in the chest, but I'm trying to be gentle, but it's probably not gentle.
Does that mean yes, you want to be Beetle, or does that mean you still want to be a giant ape? After all my percent,
If Don asks me to, I will, but I'm having fun. That was terrible.
I assume you still want to be an ape.
Well, until we have to. Excuse me. Are we sure those things are gone?
Beetle
No?
walks over to the one that fell and just kind of like.
you can't
Like-
without crushing the houses on either side of you.
Well,
Well, let's
Yeah,
check
you're
to
not
see what
Beetle.
kind of
You're
stuff it has on it.
giant ape.
You're way bigger than the streets,
Let's check
Lycan
these
flies up into the
causing
air.
property damage with every movement.
Lycan flies up into the air to just keep an eye over top of everybody.
All right. Like, make a perception check as you're looking around.
What were you saying, Andrew?
I said we should try to loot the corpses.
Yeah, I'll start looking at the bodies to see if I can learn
I'll,
anything. Since
I'll
Beetle's
assist you. I think you have better searching ability than I do.
all right. When
Whoa.
Beetle realizes that she can't move anywhere without causing extreme property damage, she's gonna like nod to Bellis, like reluctantly okay.
I'll release the spell.
All right. Like as you're looking around, you feel fairly confident that there are no more assassins. As those of you who are kind of trying to learn something from the body, do an investigation check followed by a intelligence. Actually, intelligence arcana check.
As they're looking at the bodies, Don's just gonna run over and tackle Beetle in a big hug. Start crying.
Oh,
She's insane.
that's more than Beetle can take, and she just kind of like leans into you and like is sniffling. That was scary.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm glad Banner's okay. I would never forgive myself if any of you got seriously, irreparably hurt because of stupid Corvellis.
Through tears, Don.
Wait,
just
what do you
looks over
mean?
Through tears, Don just kind of.
Yeah,
looks
we
over
didn't
her
hear
shoulders.
Corvallis talk to you.
Don will just kind of
No.
look over her shoulders through tears and just say, "I'm glad you're okay too, Banner." But keep hugging Beetle.
I know you are.
Beetle,
No one even attacked me that
I was
fight.
actually saying that in
so
character.
you know
as-
from your arcana check that what you
Once I calm
heard
down, yeah, I'll go.
was a sending spell.
Okay.
That was Corvellis. All of you collectively, looking at the bodies, you don't really see anything worth taking. The short swords seem different, but you don't really get a sense that they're magical in any sense of the imagination. But
I'm gonna
Coated
take one of
with
the
a,
short
with a
swords.
poison that is quickly drying.
I'm gonna take one of the short swords because I assume that Corvellis equipped
True,
them
they are
with this,
poisoned.
and it might help us later on to find him
okay,
because I know enough about magic that
Yep, you can definitely do
Or we
that.
could,
Bellis,
find where they were built
Yeah.
and track them down.
as you look at these creatures, you are horrified. You've read of things like this, experimentations possible with living creatures that were once sentient beings, not dead corpses. These things were once people, creatures. Somehow, someway, through some arcane means, Corvellis quite clearly created these two as something to send after Beetle. They were very specifically engineered from the twisted mind of Corvellis. Don't know what they are. They are unique to the world. As far as you know, based on the time that it would take to perhaps create these beings, these are likely the only two of these types of creatures here. That being said, you know that if he's done this, he has probably other experiments.
As Dawn is hugging you, you feel her tense up and you see little bolts of black energy suck some life from her. She takes 4 necrotic damage.
How do you look? Like, did you take damage during this fight?
No, that seemed self-inflicted.
Okay.
Did you say Corvellis?
Wait.
But you're close enough to notice her, and Donald grimaces.
Oh yeah, Bellis, you don't
as
know yet
forces
unless
through
Beetle
her.
tells everybody.
Yeah,
that
I
it
will.
is
I will. I will
Corvellis.
say it was Corvellis. Corvellis sent them. I heard him in my head. He sent me a sending spell, crowing about it right before one of them attacked me.
That bastard.
So,
When do
can
we
I
get to kill him for
get an
real?
idea of how, like, what the cost on creating these would be? Just from what I know about enchanting things, and
This is far beyond your ability, and as
Right.
far this is very this type of magic is very unique, very rare, and
Beetle will.
you've only barely read a little bit about it.
Beetle will say, he must have done this. This is a hell of a step above those flesh golems we took care of back in Waterdeep.
I look at Beetle and I go, "You have no idea." And the college, I've read of theories of things like this being possible. These aren't reanimated corpses that have been changed. This is the stuff of life twisted and changed and turned into these abominations.
Wait, so we did this to people?
Like live people.
Yes, sentient creatures, whether they were humans, elves, dwarves. There's no way of telling what they were before they were this.
He can do that to people.
Yeah.
We have to
It's-
stop him.
I mean, we just fought him. I don't know. I can't imagine how he's gotten this powerful so quickly. Unless,
He was pretty powerful even when I was apprenticed for him when he was still human. Who knows what kind of changes he's been through since he's become a frickin' drider.
well, I mean, yes, that is a. I mean, Lolth creates those drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's become a. Oh no!
I don't think this is the time to be worried about this. There's still a war going on.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's get out of
Wait.
here.
Wait, if these
And-
were people and this happened to them, let's give them the respect they deserve. And I start collecting the bodies. And as he does, there's a little flicker for just a second. And his eyes remind you of the yellow in Talia's eyes. And then it fades just as quickly as you saw it. And he just picks up the bodies and starts walking.
I finally let go of Beetle.
Beetle starts casting Cure Wounds on herself. And
I
rapid
think the
fire.
only damage I took through those 2 encounters was a single zombie hitting me for 6 damage.
Yeah, forever until I got hit that time, my armor was up the whole time.
As
But that
you
hurt.
How much damage do you take from that assassin strike banner?
119, I think.
Ah, that would have killed me outright. Just that hit.
as you go to move the bodies, Beetle, you recognize something.
Oh no. Who is it?
You recognize not perhaps the body itself, but on the shoulder, a tattoo of a dragon-like sea serpent on its left arm.
Beetle sinks to her knees and starts sobbing.
What?
Beetle. What's wrong? Are you alright?
She pulls up her sleeve and she shows you the tattoo, and then she points to the tattoo on the body. And she's just like she's just like ugly crying, sobbing, like can't get any words out.
Don just puts her arm around her and squeezes her.
Shit.
Can I tell what race it was before?
It's really hard to tell. Make an investigation check. I will give
Tell
you
it's not a
advantage
dragon
because you know what the faces of everybody looks like.
Ooh, nice.
Thankfully, you don't recognize any of these as
But
being
they're
your
still
family. But
they're still tunnel drakes.
this one creature, there's 2 of them, but there's one creature that just had this mark.
Okay. The other one doesn't have it?
And that one was a tunnel drake.
That one was what?
A tunnel
A
drake.
tunnel drake.
Yeah.
But either one you don't recognize or one that you can't recognize
can't-
because of the twist.
It'll take her a few minutes to kind of pull herself together. Eventually she'll be like, I don't know this person. I don't know who it was, but it was someone from my old gang.
You also notice a few other things, because your investigation check was just awesome. You're familiar with the garb and the wear and all of the things surrounding Waterdeep. This creature had none of those things.
Okay.
Wherever this creature may have been from, you can surmise that when this creature was taken, you can't even tell the sex of this creature. But when it was taken, it was not in Waterdeep. That's all you know. That's all you can figure out, because
Okay.
the corpse is just so mutilated.
Okay.
And you're doing a little bit of, CSI, like...
Do I think there's a chance that he could have just put this tattoo on the person to torture me? It might not actually be a tunnel drake.
There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Who knows? With a mad wizard, he could do anything.
It would be something he would do, but I mean, it's just as likely that he just preyed on someone from the gang and because he
Could
knew
be.
what.
Yeah, you're not really sure.
I guess the only way to find out is to hunt him down and murder him after we ask him that question.
I put a hand on Beetle's shoulder and I say, like I said, we'll make sure they're taken care of.
She just nods and then she leans into Dawn and just sniffles.
As we get ready to head out, Banner, do you have speak with animals? Can you talk to?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I sort of always keep it up for Lycum. That's
Okay.
I mean,
Cool. I'm going to land down over by Beetle and tell Banner that if she wants for Lycum to feel safer about her, she can ride him and be up out in the air, flying rather than on the ground as we continue to where we're going.
Normally, Beetle would totally take you up on that, but she just wants to be close to everybody right now. She's like afraid another one's gonna jump out, and she's more afraid of it killing one of you guys than her.
That's fair.
But she pets your soft feathers and stuff, and kind of like dries her tears on you. And
Like him reluctantly stays in giant eagle form and waddles as we go along.
All right.
As we're walking, one last thing. As I'm carrying the bodies, I drop back to Dawn and I say, thanks. Everyone got out of that.
It was a close thing, but we seem to have a knack for all pulling through. Are you all right?
I mean, yeah. I
That was
would
a
say
heavy
I've had
throw.
worse, but
That was a heavy hit. I have some blood from you right here. Point at my tunic.
yeah.
I prestidigitation all the blood off of him, off of his clothes, and clean him up.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm no healer, but I can do that.
You're better than a healer. You make things go away.
Not fast enough this time.
We made it.
We did. I'm glad we did. I don't think I'm ever going to feel fully comfortable in this city. Too much has tried to kill us here.
I didn't come here to tell you this, but it just occurred to me. When we meet him again, you and I need to make sure he dies. Whatever it takes.
I agree. Looks like he's not the kind of person to forget about us. The only way to keep Beetle safe, and probably the rest of us too, is to make sure he's not around to do anything about it.
I agree.
And besides, even if I knew he wouldn't attack us again like that, well, I don't think I could let this slide.
Banner just kind of nods in agreement and gives her a look of like, yeah. And then keeps quiet, walks quietly, unless
The
Banner.
rest.
As he's walking away, back when we were first discussing our plans for what to do with the gifts in this city, I may have been a little hasty in what I proposed we do. I think it would be best to talk it over with everyone. Find a middle ground, or find something.
You were there. You know what I went through. Trying to not lose myself. It's a slippery slope. I just want to make sure none of us go down it. But I'm with you when it comes to making sure they pay for what they've done.
I'm glad. I'm sure we'll figure it out, but I don't know, Banner. Sometimes I feel like I'm standing in the dark and I don't know which way is forward. Don't know which path I should take. There's the urge to get stronger for a lot of reasons. To protect myself, to protect you, to fight the ones that would do us harm and the ones that have wronged us, but well, I don't know if just seeking power is a goal that I'm comfortable with myself taking. I mean, look at Corvellis. I don't know, Banner.
I know
Go.
that I saw you jump off a ship on the off chance that you could save a handful of lives. And I know you're struggling, and I've been there too. And I'm struggling now, to be honest. But the only thing I can say is I've known you for a while now, and I trust you. And I trust you that whether you're alone in the dark or not, that you will be there for us.
I will be. I swear.
And we'll be here for you. When you're there, just reach out a hand and we'll be beside you.
I know. I know you were struggling for a time at least, but recently you've seemed more confident, more sure of yourself. Does that come from you finally finding Talia again? Did she do something?
Well,
I know she did something, but you know what I mean. Did she do something to change not just your physical form, but how you perceived your actions, how you perceived the world?
Well, I don't know if you can understand, no offense, what it's like to be nothing, to be someone's property, to not have a will of your own. But when Talia chose me, when she gave me this glaive here, I found a purpose I didn't know I could have. To be called a champion. It just made me think maybe I can be more. And you made me realize I can be more when you reminded me in the Yearwood. And that's really all it is.
I knew someone who made me feel that way a long time ago. But I haven't seen him in a long time.
Well,
See in Don's eyes something like loss.
Can I get this? Okay.
He clears her mind. It was momentary. Says, well, I'm glad we made it through today at least. Oh.
You can be more too. Hey, Don.
Yes?
I believe you can be more. I don't know if that means anything. I mean, I'm just,
It does. Banner. Clap him on the shoulder. Grin. Well, we should probably get back to the others. They're still waiting for that orb thing. I think we've been delayed enough this afternoon.
And as you continue to make your way across the city in quick order, you find yourself back at the headquarters of the Resistance. And as you arrive, you hear sounds of celebration as some of the soldiers seem to have made free with some captured ale, while other soldiers are dutifully and perhaps with a disgruntled expression remain on guard at the barricades as you make your way in. As you pass one of the guards on duty, he goes, the protectors. We were told that if you arrived, to please go to the command office. They are awaiting you. I believe they have a visitor that wishes to speak with you.
What visitor?
I don't know, ma'am. You'll have to ask up there. And he kind of nervously nods at you. Um,
Where we're headed anyway.
I say to him, can you see that these bodies are given a proper burial? Someone, I know they look interesting, but they were people once. Give them respect.
He looks at the corpses and he just he kind of grimaces. He goes, "What the gods is it?" Kind of
They're
nudges
victims.
it with his toe.
They're victims of a madman, Beetle says, sounding kind of haunted.
I'll tell Sergeant Voss. He'll have a burial detail in short order.
Funeral pyre for these, just to be sure.
Ah, yes. Well, there's plenty of those around. I'm sure we can find one to throw them on.
Beetle bends down and just kind of like rests a hand on the one with the tunnel drakes tattoo. Just kind of whispers, "I'm sorry," and then she gets up and continues on.
Okay. You head into the headquarters, and as you do so, you pass a Sergeant Voss as he nods at you all in passing and kind of gives you a grin. You notice he has his hand crossbows back. They're both hooked on hooks on either side of his waist, and a long sword kind of jumbled in among all of the weapons. And he does have a lot of weapons, you see. He's got some daggers on a hand bracers, and daggers at the top of his boots. And he's got a fairly new scar that's just on his chin. He goes, "Well met, protectors. Glad I could help you. Oh, the ladies' college was clear. I really wished I would have been there. Ah, they're waiting for you upstairs." And he goes on. You make your way upstairs and quickly find yourselves once again into the office. Now familiar office. As you arrive, you see Yukon and Darren both kind of leaning against the door, while Elsbeth is sitting behind a desk with fingers drumming the top of it as she looks, her gaze is fixed on someone that's sitting across from her on a couch set against the wall. As you see the familiar elderly visage of Veril, though she does look very tired, disheveled, and a little wild-eyed as she kind of starts at your coming in. She goes, "Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you could make it."
Oh, thank goodness.
Well,
We were really worried about you.
I was worried about me for a little bit. It is as I feared. In spite of all my efforts and considerable power, I might add, I cannot pierce the veil of the storm. There is no longer any doubt. They are trying to summon one of Ao's tears, which means that they have won past the High Palace's arcane defenses and have the chalice of creation.
Well, they don't have Marissa anymore.
Well, that's some consolation. But
Sorry, I don't let her speak.
But we must break their ritual somehow. Elsbeth says, "Yes, about that. Why don't you tell him the rest of the good news?" she says sarcastically. He goes, "Oh, well, I don't know where the ritual sites are."
Are they in the city, at least?
Oh, most assuredly not in the city. No, they're too wise and smart for that. Likely it would have to be of places of great and dark power, places where the veil to the various planes are thin.
Would they be sites of old-time Moander?
Perhaps.
You have that
Maybe this
crystal.
will help. Yeah, and I pull out the crystal. This thing glows when we get close to those sites.
Yes. Well, that's possible, I suppose, but I honestly, I don't know. I've never come up against power such as this.
Is there any chance that the Githyanki leadership that's now asking for quarter and willing to negotiate might know anything about sites of interest to Marissa since she was their commander? We can insist that they share whatever they might know.
Can I see that crystal for a moment?
I hand it to him absently.
Elsbeth says, well, I suppose that might be possible. Yukon and Darren here tells me of the conversation you've had. I, for one, would be so happy to get them out of the city, and if it does not require any further bloodshed by our part, well, so much the better. That does leave us with the remaining thing out there. But at least the rest of the city. She's pointing to in the general direction of the arcane vortex that's enveloping the High Palace.
Once we get the Mythals back online, do you think they'll knock that thing out?
As you say that, Taryn Hornblade walks in and he's kind of saying, it's a good question, my girl. Well, the truth of the matter is, wait, what was your question?
Will the Mythals make that thing go away? Because we have the thing. Don, give him the thing.
Pull it out. Hand it over.
She
One weird magical thing. Delivered as requested.
And by the way, whoever goes down there next is gonna possibly have a lot of demons to clean up.
Wait, what?
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 I don't remember any of those.
I will have to
what those
talk
were?
to you. Seems like we need to have a conversation, my dear girl.
Uh-huh.
Yes, well, as far as the arcane defenses, I don't know. This was more... I mean, it stops fireballs and the like, but that, I don't know what will actually happen if I raise the shields over the city now. But I suppose we can always try. I think. I hope.
Do you know how this came about? Was it what caused this vortex?
What caused it? Well, honestly, I have to make a roll. No clue.
Can I ask out of character question real quick? Because I think I misunderstood something. The vortex is not the result of the rituals and has nothing to do with summoning the tier. That's a separate thing.
You don't necessarily know.
Okay. I got the impression Veryl was telling us the vortex was the result of them trying to summon a tier.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can someone smack him upside the head?
I have another question. You're talking about AO, the god above other gods.
The All-Father, yes.
And and this chalice of creation. So you're all wizards, some of you. Any high-ranking, especially experienced clerics amongst us to understand all this divine magic? I mean, how do we know this arcane storm? It's not merely a divine emanation.
Well, I can tell you that it is not divine. All of that which is going on is definitely arcane in nature. I feel it in the very fabric of the weave. However, it's hard to explain. It's like an arcane thief in a divine vault. They are summoning the very tears that Ao has shut away, stealing it under his nose. And though he is most certainly aware of it, because of various rules, he cannot do anything about it. Divine law applies even to himself, even though he is the creator of it. For if he could willy-nilly break laws, then what good are they, after all?
Surely he has guardians. Surely he has agents of his own to enact his will.
Yes, that is true. Thus, the rituals, the various the arcane vortex. I like I said, I barely understand the whole thing myself, but whatever it is that they are doing, they are succeeding. And it is up to us. Well, all due respect, my dear paladin, but the gods have done very little to help me over the years. And so I will not wait on them to intervene on such a divine scale. No. I think that would be up to us. And should the gods decide to help us sometime, somewhere, somehow along the way, well, more power to them.
I will no longer allow you to speak near blasphemy.
Well, but you will respect my belief as I do yours. And
All
that
right.
being said,
Emeraldy goes and sits down so he doesn't have to listen to her anymore.
Beetle kind of rolls her eyes at Emeraldy.
the culture
like
differences
'em.
of opinion. She smiles.
Like you've been around a long time. Do you know of ever been anywhere where the veil is thin?
Make a history check.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nope.
You've never been to any place where that is, but you know that this general knowledge that places where significant events in history have happened, whether divine or evil, a big portion of that event was due to the fact that the veil itself was thin in those areas.
Banner, I have not. The closest that I've been to something like that is just going through the portal to the Feywild. But over time, and I think Velas might know this better than I, even though I've lived the history that he now has studied. I think he may know more on that area specifically of different places where there have been battles and such.
Elsbeth leans back in her chair and says, well, when you gutted Marissa's study or quarters, did you find anything of use there? Maybe there's a clue or something that we may discern something.
Out of character, we didn't find any documents or anything, did we?
You did.
A journal.
Oh, we found the journals, right? We haven't had time to look at it yet.
You found a
DM
hand-drawn
hinted.
map as well.
Yep. Beetle will
Which
pull
should
out the
still be
journals
in your
right now and
handouts.
start rummaging through it.
Wasn't there a map in there with some pinpoints marked on it as well?
I think so. Was it out of character, was the map in the journal, or was it like pinned to like something on the like a
On the
table?
desk.
It was an actual hand-drawn map. It should be. Is it not available in your journals? In players' journals, all players. Yeah, you should be able to see it.
Come on.
Hand drawn map. Yep. Beetle would have put all that stuff in the bag of holding for safekeeping, so she pulls it out. Like these 3 big X's? Beetle says.
Elsbeth and Vero both kind of crowd around and look down. Elsbeth kind of grunts. And by the way, you all would know this, but Elsbeth herself is a paladin. Well, she kind of points to Luskin. I don't know about these other places. I've never heard of Hellgate Keep. And if there's a tower there, I don't know about it, but Luskin I know all too well. The City of Sails, or should I say the former City of Sails. Zaz Tam had a field day there trying to resurrect rebuild his divine or death circle or whatever he calls it. It was a rather calamitous event. Took advantage of the confusion just after the spell plague. But that notwithstanding, as far as I know, the dead plague Luskin still. It would stand to reason that the veil is certainly thin there. Beryl kind of scratches her chin a little bit thoughtfully, and she says, well, I know the Lonely Tower. It used to be a wizard's domain, but that wizard was dealt with long ago, a couple of 100 years or so. As far as I know, it's just a ruin, but he did have some experimentation into a new plane that he claimed had never been discovered before. And then all kinds of manner of madness and twisted creatures came flooding from the source. We never did find out what that source was, but if he was doing planar experiments, yes, I would say it would be thinner there. And then they both look at the third location, Hellgate Keep, and they both kind of look at each other and shrug. I never heard of this Hellgate Keep. As far as I know, I didn't even know it was there. Elsbeth says, yes, I concur. There's nothing there.
Maybe it's underground.
Perhaps. Perhaps it's just an errant mark. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it seems, well, this may be a place to start. So then, she slaps the hand-drawn map on her desk as she sits back down, Elsbeth does. Leans back in her chair, fingers steepled, as she kind of regards you all, and she goes, "The city is my concern. But it seems that we have been sucked into something much larger. I don't
Welcome
necessarily...
to the party.
Yes. Honestly, I don't necessarily trust you, but yet you have proven yourself trustworthy.
Thank you?
You're not really good at this compliment thing, are you?
I'm a general, not a diplomat. But anyway... Taryn Hornblade kind of chuckles in the back of the room. He's been focusing almost to the exclusion of all else on the orb that he now holds. And his eyes shift a little bit and he goes, "Oh, just give over, Elsbeth," he says. "I'm sure that they would be willing to go help us some more. After all, we're going to pay them, right?" "Yes, Taryn, of course we are. You're the boss now." "I was always the boss, Elsbeth, thanks to the Lady Illustrial. Though I will say this, his attention breaks from the orb entirely, and the light that was kind of shrouding the orb kind of goes out, and he goes, "Damn. Now I gotta start all over again. Look, there is someone that you may seek. After all, Lady Illustrial has had many children, many sons. Likely most of them know of her death already, felt her die. The 6 sisters also felt her die. The 5 other sisters, I mean, of course. But there is one that, well, may help you still. He's a little wily. That one is Beosild. He may have some insight, and he may have something to help you on your way, especially if you are going to Luskin, as he is a cleric of Lathander.
Emerald stands up. Ah, the missing piece I was feeling that we were missing.
Well, once he learns of his mother's demise, I can assure you he will be coming home. But he is a cleric and he will help. However that may take shape, I cannot speak to that, but he used to be one of the diplomats sent on a regular schedule to Luskin back during the Spell Plague. I believe he went to Longsaddle. Oh, yeah, you may want to be careful if you go to Longsaddle, though. They are an eccentric bunch. There may not be very many left there, to be honest. They've been pulled in different directions. But, he has gone there to help, well, with, something. Another thing that, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just say it's wizards being wizards. Even for them, they're eccentric. But I'm sure that he can give you something to guide the way.
Who was it?
Beosild.
Beosild,
And
son of Illustrial.
Not one of the Harples.
No, he's Illustrial's son.
I'll put his name in chat. Oops.
Oh, that's right. Longsaddle is where the Harpels live. That's funny. I played so many one-shots based on that.
Well then, I must go and concentrate and do wizard things. I will catch you all later. And if you do this service for Silverymoon, for me. Lady Illustrial's death must be avenged. I don't care about justice. For the first time since you've seen him, you see his rather jovial facade crack, and a single tear kind of slide down his face. She was my wife, after all. Chosen of Mistra or no, she was my heart.
Out of character, did we know that before?
Velis probably did, the rest of you probably didn't, unless you were familiar with Silverymoon.
Well, I am.
Then you would too.
Okay.
Standing in the back of the group, like, if anybody happens to notice, like, it just goes like this once. That's it.
I'm sorry. I've got a city to rebuild and save. I'm not the young man I once was.
Oh, what did the Gith Yankee tell us they would meet us at a certain time to talk about?
Oh, that's not ours to worry with anymore,
It's-
basically.
I know, but to tell them to
They
where
already
to
got.
meet them.
We didn't.
Yukon and Darren already filled them in because they were there on the conversation.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that happened.
Beetle looks over at the Lord of the City guy. Sorry, I can never remember his name.
Taryn.
Taryn. And she says, "I'm very sorry.
Been together for more than 20 years. I'm sorry, I cannot dwell on this now. Well, children, if you can do me this favor, you will have my personal gratitude as well as the gratitude of Silverymoon and the Lord of the Silver Marches. I've got to go attune to this thing. See what'll happen, if anything, for that arcane monstrosity out there. I bid you good night." And with a slight nod, he quietly leaves.
I look at. Go ahead.
As you turn back to Elsbeth, you actually see a crack in her facade as well. And her eyes, she's blinking a lot, and her eyes are kind of watering a little as she kind of suddenly looks down at her desk. Her grip becomes tighter on her desk, and you kind of hear the grinding of fingernails as her fingernails kind of dig in, but then she goes, "Right. So, there it is, isn't it? Will you help us?"
Of course."
Well, Lady Elsbeth, I know that the loss of Illustra is going to be felt strongest by Taryn and then by the people of Silverymoon, but it's a loss for all of Faerun, for all the good peoples of Faerun. I think I look at Beetle and Dawn and everybody, and I think you can count on us to help as much as we can, but some of us, and I kind of look at Beetle again, have lived here before, and I would personally, I would consider it a great service if you and I write a quick list of the names of my friends. If you could find out for me if any of these have survived.
Of
I'll
course.
take care of this.
I do apologize that we have not been able to help you in this manner before. You understand we've been fighting for a very long time.
Of course.
Of course, I haven't provided a list either. I just figured that while we take care of this, maybe you could spare a couple of runners to see if any of these people are still okay.
I will do better than that. Well, I'm sure Sergeant Voss would more than enjoy being able to pay you back, and you, or should I say your family, and she kind of looks at all of you, back in some small way for saving his life. I will give him a squad of 4 men. They will find them, alive or dead.
That's all we can ask. All I can ask. Although they don't know them, but
I do suppose. One moment. She steps over. You see 3 chests lined up along the back wall of the office. You all recognize them as the chests from the Silverymoon treasury that she had confiscated. And she opens them up and starts counting out some gold, and she goes, she comes back with a large sack, and she says, "I'll be honest, we can ill afford this right now, but you have been instrumental in the breaking of this siege, and though I will be likely surrounding the Silver Guard keep on both sides of the banks, for as it stands on a small island in the middle of the river, I surmise that this siege is well and truly done, at least insofar as the occupation of the city. So if you need it, and she lays the sack of 1,000 gold on her desk, then it is yours.
All I need is that information, whether my friends are alive or dead. This, I can, this in the future. And I just turn around and kind of step away.
Are we, before we go any further, are we doing this then?
Going to
Wait.
Lone Saddle? And
Yeah.
informing this dude?
I look at Dawn. To get a sense of what she wants to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's. Well. She just shrugs. There's a lot going on.
Well, we have the airship. Long Saddle isn't a terribly long way from here, by air.
Good point.
And I would like to stop in Everlund if we're gonna go there, and I imagine you guys would like to stop and check on the mine before we head down to deal with Dawn's thing.
Speaking of the mine, Velis, maybe we could talk with Lady Elspeth here and talk to her about possibly if the mine is fruitful with ore and metal and stone that might be able to help rebuild Silverymoon.
That is true. I look at her. It is possible that we do have a access to ore and even some already smelted metal, because there was quite a bit of it in there, wasn't there? That we haven't. Of course, we got to get down there and see what our lady's doing down there. But
Well, any help that you can provide, I will pay for, of course. As long as your profit margins aren't too incredible.
I don't think you have to concern yourself with that from us. Right then.
So then,
Well-
what's your next step, if I may ask?
Well,
To
that's
bed.
a matter of discussion. But I mean, all you guys need us to do is to go and take this message to Beaseld, right?
Well, no, we are hoping
They want us to stop all the rituals, is what they want.
Beaseld
Oh.
will help you, but we need someone capable of putting a stop to these rituals before they complete whatever it is they complete.
They want us to fly all around the world and save their city by killing cultists or
Well, it's
something.
not just saving the city; it's saving the world. If they resurrect this god, he's gonna unleash plagues that are gonna kill everybody, right?
Well,
Yes, that's
What kind of
true.
timetable are we talking about here? Are we talking about the ritual's going to complete next week, next month, next year?
Who knows?
I
Vero
feel like
kind
that's a
of
really important thing to know before we decide what we do.
Vero kind of shakes her head and she goes, "Well, I'm not entirely sure, mind you. I'm not really sure when they actually started the rituals, though I would surmise that they started them roughly the same time as they attacked Silverymoon. So the ritual has already been well and truly underway for at least 4 or 5 weeks."
Can I make a suggestion? I'm no master strategist by any means, but the hurricane thing is here. They tried to hold this city here. They occupied this city here. Is
My-
the tier the rituals may be going on, but if we hold the city, can they really get the tear?
Well, it was the chalice that they were after. That's what was here, right?
Didn't they get that?
Yeah, they must have gotten that.
They have. Okay, so this is what I suspect, though keep in mind I'm not entirely certain. The Chalice of Creation, as Tyrion Hornblade has so informed us moments ago, was here. Well, as far as I understand, this arcane vortex is a defense. Nothing I could do dispelled it. Nothing I could do won past it. If I had to guess, and bear in mind I don't know because I've not gone past the arcane vortex, is that the rituals required to upkeep this arcane vortex is merely a effort to keep us out of the High Palace, where another ritual is being done to summon the tear of Ale, a tear of Ale.
Didn't this already happen, you think?
It's hard to tell. This is so far beyond my knowledge. We're talking about things of myth and legend. I barely myself found it through breadcrumbs in history. I have no working knowledge of this.
Wait, you think that they might still be there casting this ritual in the palace here in Silverymoon right now?
Without a doubt, the arcane vortex still exists.
And we need to go deal with that.
That is different than what I thought was going on, to be honest.
Well,
That was my
no
understanding.
one can get past the arcane vortex, and therein lies the problem. That's why we want you to disrupt the vortex. After that, well...
Has anyone flown above the vortex?
Well, not necessarily. And given the fact that no Gith airship has done that, we surmise that it is equally unsafe. Although
Well,
if you wish to try, you are more than welcome
You
to.
could fly over it?
If we flew over it at
I'm
a
not-
very high height, maybe we could see down and perhaps find a way in. I mean, if they're in there, it can't all be dangerous.
And you're saying that you think the only way to disrupt the vortex is to go to these 3 places on the map?
Well, it would require a great deal of power to maintain. The fact that it appears like these 3 places are roughly triangulated to Silverymoon makes a lot of sense to me. After all, it is science.
Mm-hmm.
After
What
a
are all the
fashion.
people of the city going to do? They can't stay here with that looming over them.
Well, as long as they don't get too close, I mean, what would you have me do? Elsbeth just kind of chuckles and she goes, well, we're not leaving Silverymoon, if that's what you're thinking. There's no way that I will leave anyway. This is my home, and it will always be my home.
As long as the vortex isn't actively threatening the populace, then it's just
Not
a nuisance.
yet.
Well, some very curious people have tried to see what was going on, and they have never come back, so we have placed a cordon of soldiers and barricades around it. If some idiot gets past those, well, that's not my concern.
Well,
Does it go through the ground? I mean, is there sewer that would go through underneath through there that we could
It doesn't.
pop up underneath the ground?
It's a
Maybe
good
we could
question.
tunnel.
I've seen it.
Honestly, I do not know, though I do know that the High Palace's arcane defenses works well above and below. What
Can't
that
you
may
control
look like.
those with the orb that we just recovered?
Tan may, I don't know about these things.
If we could disable those, we could tunnel under the palace and come up inside of it.
True, but still, we are left with the problem of the vortex.
Maybe if we find whatever's in there, we could put a stop to it. And if not, then we could go to the places that you marked on the map. I just don't feel very comfortable leaving this city with that thing looming over everything here.
Well,
think the
believe
sooner that
me,
we
I
go-
don't either, but other than the people that's gone in and never come out, it's not harmed anybody for almost 2 months.
What happens? I know this. No one will know this. So maybe a mage would have. Yeah, but what happens when it stops? Will it explode or expand outward, engulf neighborhoods?
If anybody would, well, let's see. Oh, she rolled that. Okay. Viral speaks up. No, this is something that must be maintained at all times. I believe that if one ritual site is destroyed, then it becomes weaker. 2, it becomes weaker still. Knocking all 3, assuming that there is only 3, then I would assume it fades away much like a storm does.
Well, let's look at it like this. We can go around knocking on the wall of this thing for a couple more days. Or we could let them do that here while we go help.
And
by trying to take out-
if they get it sorted, then just shoot a sending message to us and let us know. Mission accomplished.
Yes, and you do bring up good points. I don't have anything that'll fly in the air like your airship, but I can definitely make some probing scouting missions to the through the sewer.
As Veryl says that, back at the beginning of what she said, Beetle just gets this kind of beatific grin on her face, and she says, "Our airship," as she just sighs.
Yes, well, it seems only fair you did, after all, take it, Elsbeth says. Oh! She snaps her fingers. I nearly forgot. There is something that I can give you that you will find useful.
Is it my javelin back? Because I want that, by the way.
Sadly, no, but
Traveling to long saddle instantaneously.
They lost the javelin?
Wait, did they not have the javelin? I said I wanted it back.
He did say he wanted it back.
you gave it to Yukon, right?
No, well, I
No,
gave it to her,
Give
and
it
I
to
said I want
Elsbeth.
it back when we get back from this mission.
Oh, yeah, she would give that back.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
In a warehouse, I have granted they're used, they're salvaged from one of the other wrecks, but 2 more crystals for your airship.
Ooh.
Does that mean I get to press the turbo button again?
Maybe.
As long as I'm behind the wheel.
I believe there. I don't know if there'll be enough room in your hold, though. When you do need to replace them, we will house them for free, as a thank you, and they are yours.
That's awesome.
That much I can give you. As she furtively kind of slides back that 1,000 gold pieces, since no one kind
Well,
of
hold
bent.
on.
Beetle was about to take that,
I
actually.
was about to say something about that.
We need to stock up if we're going to go on this mission for them.
The thing though
Beetle-
is,
Beetle puts her hand on the gold and says, I do think we're going to need this if we're going to get this done.
She
I don't know about the rest of us, but I will.
She just lays her hand on the desk, flat on the desk, and she goes, fair enough. So, before we adjourn this meeting and this session, I would appreciate at least some clue as to where you may be going next. You discussed Everlund and some mine and, of course, Long Saddle, but where do you think you'll go next?
Out of
Close enough to
Don
Everlund,
just
but
looks. Don just kind of looks down.
Oh.
I can't see the map because my thing's a piece of crap right now. Are any of them on the way to where Don wants to go?
Don wants
no.
to go his way to the southeast, and we need to go, like, east.
Well-
we need to go west if we're going to do this. Elspeth, I think we need a minute.
Very well. Just let me know before you decide to leave. I would appreciate it. There may be... Well, it would just be helpful for me to know.
We'll make sure we let you know where we're headed next before we leave town.
Yeah, well, with that, I guess I will bid you all good night. It's been a very long day, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And she kind of stiffly stands and turns on the heel of her boot and strides out of the office and onto the balcony, leans against the banister, and like with your passive perception, you swear you hear the soft signs of weeping. And that concludes this episode of our D&D campaign. If you have enjoyed any or all of these videos, please remember to hit the subscribe button to follow us as we release more videos. Hit the like button for this video. And if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, please feel free to provide them in the comments down below. We stream typically every other week. On Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time to about 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until next time, have a great day.